And they're off. And running.
In the face.
Holy shit, John. What the hell?
Premature.
I promise it never
The
happened.
mighty have fallen.
Oh, my God.
Spear and you're cut off.
Hardly ever happens.
Fuck.
So terrible.
What the fuck? Oh,
Oh, man.
this year's going to suck. 2020.
man, already.
2020.
Off to a rough start.
Yep.
God.
God. So, guys, I'm so happy everybody's here. We've got some new stuff we're going to talk about, some kick-ass fun little bikes in the shop. 2020 is going to be the year of stupidity.
Stupidity?
Yep, I'm calling it, man. No regrets.
Stupidity.
Stupidity. It is going to be just downright stupid. Plus, we get all those, the events that we always like, but now we have weapons to make them more fun. To my left,
Oscar?
and
Dan?
Johnny Mac.
and
Steve Hofford.
And Kevin.
on the microphone from the 40s.
On the shame
Mic of shame. and
Steve Sleepy.
And your humble narrator, Phil Waters. So Oscar's back from Mexico.
Yep.
How'd that go?
They
man?
let me in.
They
It's all
let
good.
you in, right? Exactly. And he's on his way, and he's like, "You guys should have a fucking wall. You guys should totally have a wall.
This is totally not.
This is it.
No, it's not going to work.
You guys, if you want, I'll let you know.
I know some people that might
know
be,
some people.
that might be able to bring
We
it
might
up.
be able to get you a wall.
A lot faster and a lot cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't have Amish,
I think.
you do have Mexicans.
Yep.
Whereabouts
exactly.
did you go?
What was that?
Whereabouts did you go?
Oh, TJ, Tijuana.
Okay.
Yeah, but just
Collateral damage.
Yeah. So
family and stuff.
Christmas, right?
pretty much.
Oh,
Yep.
fantastic.
Yep.
Excellent. Fun.
Yeah. Beats the shit out of freezing your tail off up here.
Well, it wasn't as warm as usual, though. I mean,
Really?
fair, it wasn't snowing or anything like that, but it was, mornings were like low 40s and
Yeah.
noon maybe 60. So it wasn't the typical 70s for California, but
My dumbass went to Quebec City. It was like 12 degrees. I'm a fucking
oh
moron.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I went to visit my sister, though, after that. So the second part of my Christmas break, I went down to St. Petersburg and saw my sister's new house.
That was much better.
Oh yeah.
Best thing ever is just avoid dick. If you can avoid dick, my sister has made a real, like, her life is all about avoiding cock. And consequently, she's got a beautiful house. She's got a great job. She's got an amazing wife. Like, they don't listen to this. I don't know why I'm saying such nice things about it. But like, I rigged up some lighting in their backyard, made it look all super cool. And then they had it like one of these, like, when we said, if Oscar were to say, I'm going to have a New Year's Eve party at my house, he would have to, like, plan. He'd have to buy things. He'd have to
event. It would be
prepare.
like a
He'd have to put out an invitation
Yep.
and, hope that maybe, 30% of the people that you invite show up.
Usually,
Right?
usually.
Lesbians don't have that problem. Lesbians have like a signal that they launch in the sky. It's like
Bat signal.
when lesbians say, we're not going to do anything this year for New Year's Eve. We're just going to hang out in the backyard. We're just going to do a little fire pit in the backyard.
Sorry.
Just do that.
little thing.
And you know what? We'll just tell people if they want to show up, they can bring a little food or something. That's fine. Just run what you brung. When a lesbian says that, a dozen people. Just on the words, just those words, that's a dozen people. If they mention it on their social media, 300 people.
Damn.
It's amazing how active they are.
Apparently, I run with the wrong group.
Well, so this is my point.
Expand your friends.
Right. And everybody that showed up was fantastic. At one point, this is a weird thing, and this only happens in my sister's environment. At one point, we had 3 Phils in the room. We had a Phil, and a Felipe. Now that's
International Phil.
the International House of Phils. You'll never see that many Phils in a house since like 1959. But the interesting thing too is you'd think in Florida, the vast majority of the people there would speak Spanish, German.
What?
The German speakers had the Spanish speakers outnumbered. How's that for some fucking shit?
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, it was awesome.
Oh yeah, they're coming up from Nicaragua.
All the people that, you know what? It's not the Nazis. It's the grandkids of the Nazis. They reproduced. So that was cool.
No harm.
What'd you do for Christmas, Dan?
Went to South Carolina.
I saw that. You did some traveling, man. And you did some alcohol traveling. Like you were beverage traveling.
Well, just normal traveling.
As the regular people call it.
Yeah.
My buddy who lives down there, he's like, I'll take you into Greenville. There's like 3 breweries there. I'm like,
Yeah.
I was looking at maps, dude. There's like 8 breweries there.
Well.
He's like, no, just 3. So
He didn't look hard enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how to find a brewery. Yeah, it's
Breweries
fantastic,
find
man.
you.
That's exactly it. Yeah,
was
what'd you
this
do for your Christmas break, John?
Family. Had my mom and brother came up, which was
Oh, you
really
did?
nice and stuff like that. It
Oh, that's fantastic.
was good to see them.
Yeah, that's super cool. What'd you do, Steve?
Worked.
Fuck yeah, you worked.
I
God
did.
damn it, dude.
Worked every single day.
You're working way too hard. They got to tell people to stop flushing so many times.
I did drink a lot, though.
Oh, yeah.
wait,
well,
that's every night.
that's pretty good. Again,
So just a normal. Not a
I'd like to
lot.
remind people
Yeah.
about Stro. Everywhere I went, I'm in Quebec and I'm telling people about Stro. I'm in Florida, I'm telling people about Stro, and people are looking it up. And it's funny when you talk to a bartender who knows what they're talking about, and they have no idea. Bartenders get pissed when you tell them about liquor they don't know about, and then they're like, then they got to find it.
If they care.
But the reviews are stellar. But it is. I turned a few people onto it, and then they were able to find it and get it, and they're just like, that shit's magical.
What's like the 10-word review of it? I must.
Butterscotch at 160 proof. Or maybe 180.
That's what- yeah,
160. Yeah,
160.
80%.
Interesting.
You should try something. It's pretty good. You drink Slivovitz. This would be delightful for
It's
you.
kind of like a flash side for like cargo pockets. I mean, you can
The joke was,
That's a
who
big
the
ass if you
fuck-
could put
who-
that in-
yeah,
yeah.
what man, what truly manly man can cargo pocket hoist?
A traveler. A 1 liter
Hold on.
traveler.
Also says the man
oh,
standing
oh.
up, fitting the bottle in his
Gotta make
pants.
it go, man. Gotta make it go.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm ready for a bad party. A really, really bad party.
There's suspenders in your
Because
set.
now we know what's going on. That means I could have 2 liters. That's 14 lifetime supplies.
And that would be great for a New Year's Eve party.
Yeah, this stuff is delightful. I would pull it, I'd rip it right off the bottle right now because it will kill anything it touches. Absolutely. There's no doubt nothing will survive that. Hepatitis, anything you got, it's going to die right there.
Wow.
That's it. That's it. That cures AIDS.
A or B? Both? Both? Yeah.
Wow. That's.
I just have the type A, the type A AIDS. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
a good
But yeah,
review.
it's a good
It'll
review.
fly off the
That'll
shelves.
kill
Capital
everything. That'll kill everything. It doesn't kill the AIDS. It kills the guy carrying the AIDS,
Which in effect.
which in effect kills the AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
It's a side effect.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. So what'd you do for Christmas, Kevin? Sorry. It was like, fuck it. I forgot this was
segue.
a funny podcast.
Christmas, family, a lot of family.
Yeah.
And hanging out.
When Kevin says a lot of family, you have to understand that their family car is a Yoder toter.
Oh, yeah. Well, that sadly went on to a new life. But
Oh, did it really?
yeah, there's a long story about that. I shed a couple tears. But
man.
no, it was an excellent event. There was
Yeah.
a lot of family. New Year's Eve was a blast.
I'm
Stayed
sure
up
it had
all
to be
night, everyone
hundreds.
Drank,
Yeah.
shrimp cocktail.
Yeah. Good times, huh?
It's fantastic. I look forward to that every year. You don't have to drive. There's a bunch of booze and shrimp.
I went to
Like,
his wedding, and
awesome.
his wedding was just like, we walked in the door of this wedding, and there's Slivovitz, not just and Slivovitz. There was hundreds, and that was just like, oh, you're here. Here you go.
Yeah, and this is like men, women, and children. This isn't just like
Oh no,
adult men.
It was
This
game
is
on.
everyone. Yeah.
No, it was a game on
Welcome.
wedding.
Let's celebrate.
It was one of those weddings where you're just like, we're only going to be here for like maybe 45 minutes or an hour. We'll just do our thing, give a gift, pay our respects. It's like a funeral. And then what you realized was, you realized that no, this wedding is just insane. Your family knows how to have fun.
We do, and,
Yeah.
and for those listening, it was not a funeral. I'm still happily married.
No, it
still
was
alive.
very much a wedding. Yeah.
Jackie, if you hear this,
Yeah, if Jackie's listening to the podcast, we love you,
happy.
Jackie.
Things are good.
Things are great. And now you spent your holiday break getting bionicized.
Well, not quite. So I had I had up until the 30th to spend with family and friends.
Okay.
And so I knew I wasn't going to be able to drink for a long time
Yeah.
afterwards, so I made sure to really take advantage of those few days before my surgery. But for once in my life, a plan worked out. So I said, if I start drinking at 7 on Christmas a.m.,
Yeah.
I can maintain a nice solid buzz throughout the day.
Roll right
Just
through the
keep
holiday?
it rolling, people
Yeah.
will come, people will go,
Yep.
and I'll just be cool. And I pulled it off. I sat on the couch and I just sat there drinking and watching and stuff. And apparently other people in my family, not my wife or me or anybody that I'm completely concerned
Yeah.
with, had a complete breakdown. And at one point I kind of looked up and there was a person on the ground on their knees going, please. And then their daughter was like, I hate you, Mom. And they were screaming. And I'm just like, I'm not in trouble.
You were Jabba
don't
the Hutt,
care.
dude. You were literally, you were just, I'm just going to sit here and watch all this.
Got some
this
popcorn
all around me.
going,
Yeah.
just kind of
Please,
just
someone
watching the
recorded some
action.
of this.
No,
Oh
I
my
didn't.
gosh.
It was so crazy. So at one point, I looked over to the kids. I'm like, we should probably go upstairs. So then I took them upstairs
Yeah.
and we watched Elf. and everybody else dealt with adult stuff, and I just kept
And you
drinking
just
beer, and
fucking
watching
ignored
out.
it all.
And it was the best Christmas ever.
Your
and
Uncle
then,
Buck, man.
Yeah,
That's how the holiday should be celebrated. Act like a child.
yeah.
I've
yeah.
had good luck.
And then, then I went and
Really,
got my
this
leg
is
cut off, and then and they put it back on successfully, and so that was good.
He showed us his scar earlier.
Yep.
To clarify,
Yeah.
it's a zipper. I mean, he's got a giant fucking scar. I mean, no joke. Well over 10 inches.
Yeah.
It is at least 10 inches.
Nice fishing stories.
Totally a 10-inch scar.
Measuring from the top or from the
Measuring
bottom?
from regulations going to measure from the bottom.
There will be a zipper on it at some point.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect
that's
tattoo.
Good tattoo.
Yeah,
for
a
that.
big YKK zipper.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a brilliant
Yeah,
tattoo.
you can't go
idea.
with a cheap zipper.
No,
no.
not for what you paid.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Super happy.
Tattoo should come for free for that matter.
Exactly. That should tattoo you as outpatient. That should be part of your follow up. You'd be like, yeah, okay, we understand it's a modern world now. What do you want? Yeah. What do you want tattooed on you? Our beverages tonight were provided by Tim Gamble
Yay,
from
Tim.
Buffalo, and he's got the herd of bisons there, and he also brought us some of the non-alcoholic libations. That would be the
Logan Berry.
Aunt Rosie's Loganberry.
I was wondering about that.
It's actually quite tasty. It's non-alcohol, and so we do have every liquor in the back in the world.
Is
If you
that a
want to
Buffalo
tune it up,
brewery?
it is a Buffalo. Yeah,
Buffalo. Yeah.
yeah, it's a Buffalo thing.
Well, then I'm going to have to try one.
You will have to try one. So these are all Buffaloes here. That's a herd of Buffalo. We got an IPA. We've got the rusty
grab an
chain
IPA
Vienna
from there.
style.
Oscar, I'll just
A
grab
hearty
an
thank
IPA in
you
there.
from all of us here.
You want to try the IPA?
Looks like a lot of fun.
IPA
Is there a
lot.
non-IPA in there that I can
Yeah,
try?
and you know
There's a
what?
couple non-IPA.
This Kolsch, this
The rusty chain,
the Kolsch 716, totally on target.
Vienna sausage style beer.
Vienna sausage style beer. It's just a shorter,
Well, look
stubbier
and see,
beer.
I know how to open a beer can.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
They said it couldn't be done.
Yeah.
So what's
That's
surrounding
good.
us right now? The elephant in the room, if you will.
A little bit ironic.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Well spoken.
Yeah. So what we have around us is what we were talking about 2 or 3 podcasts ago with these SSRs. And SSR is the distributor for some bikes that are being brought in that are Asian. They're Asian. Fuck it. They're Chinese. I mean, these are Chinese bikes, man. And they're also the distributor for Benelli. So Benelli, shotguns, going back to 1911, I believe, if you read their propaganda. But who knows what they were making in 1911? It wasn't motorcycles. Probably shotguns or sewing machines or
I
something.
have a Benelli shotgun.
Yeah, I do too. And actually, I really do enjoy my Benelli shotgun. It's been a good gun.
Yeah.
So what we did is we ordered in the full spray. We ordered in 13 bikes. So we ordered in the Whitman sampler of weird motorcycles, if you will. It's the holidays, you know.
Call the Jerry Cord.
Right,
Where's
that's
that one
it.
at?
Jerry
I'm calling
Cord.
this one China White.
That is China White. So we ordered a fleet of the little tiny bikes. So the little tiny bikes are what you'd compare to like a PW50 or whatever your particular brand is.
A bunch of stocking stuffers.
Baca, yeah, literally.
The bikes that you had the most fun on in your entire life.
Absolutely. Yeah. The little kids' bikes, the little tiny bikes. And the funny thing with them is they do go all the way down to 50 cc's. But when I was talking to the dealer manager, the dealer rep, and I was like, hey, man, I'm really interested in getting into some of this stuff. And I'd like to get some of the 50 cc's because I really think that the dads are going to come in and buy them for the kids. And who doesn't love a $499 brand new motorcycle? Well, it turns out that $499 brand new motorcycle apparently has a recoil starter. And so I was advised, we learned about 2001 or 2002 when the Chinese invasion started, anything that has a recoil starter, just throw it away now because that's the part that will break. Because you got to remember, in their home market, nobody has ever pulled a recoil starter the way anybody sitting at this table has been trained since the time they were 3 years old to start a Briggs or a Tecumseh. We start a pull on a recoil starter under the ground. And we follow through to Pluto. Right. And an American recoil starter should have no less than 14 feet of rope on it. And these Chinese
and they break.
and they still fucking break. That's it. And these Chinese bikes, they came in with like 21 inches of rope on it. And it wasn't rope, it was string. Let's call it what it is. And we went through all that shit. We had
Less than
some
a chainsaw.
Oh yeah, man. And we had those stand-up scooters, the monsters, that were like 33 cc's and would go fucking 50 miles an hour.
Scary. Very scary.
But they had a recoil starter on them, and I would tell people all the time, I'm like, just fucking bump start it. I mean, literally, it's a deck. It's a skateboard deck with a handle. Just bump start it. If you reach down, by the time you reach down and grab that recoil starter and give that thing any kind of a pull, the back tire and the motor and everything else is coming off the fucking ground because we know how to pull in this country. And it was like, I think I had 15 or 20 of those recoil starters on standby. They're all using the basic same 33cc chainsaw motor with just different expansion chambers and different carbs on it to get you the different power package. But we could change those recoil starters in about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Wow. The problem is when you're out there with your kids and you're trying to have a good time and you break the recoil starter, and these are automatics too, so it's not like you can bump start them. So they said ixnay on the 499 SX50.
499s are out.
499s are out. So instead we went with the slightly more powerful SR70 and the SR70 automatic. So there's an automatic that's an actual CVT with a chain drive. And then there's the C model, which we all know. I mean, what's the correct nomenclature for that venerable lay-down Honda Passport, Honda Cub motor, right? I mean, like, the Honda Cub motor...
Piranha?
No, I mean, like, everybody says GY6, and when they say GY6, they mean a certain thing, but very rarely do they really... they're really talking about what they mean.
Before the podcast, we were talking. Someone said a horizontal.
I just call it
single.
I just call it a horizontal single.
My friend calls them egg beater Hondas.
Egg beater Hondas.
Because the cylinder head kind of looks like the egg beater and the round thing, like you.
Okay, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, okay. I definitely get that. Yeah, that's an interesting thing because they've been making it since 1958.
But I always just called it a horizontal Honda.
It's a horizontal Honda motor, right? I mean, and that's just what it is. What is it called? That motor there. That's just it. I really didn't think it was. I really thought that there'd be some really good technical name for that somebody would come up and be like, it's the RB21 motor or whatever of the Toyota world. But no, that's just
Gallo 28.
That's just what it is. Push rod engine, and they put them in every goddamn thing. So here they are, and at the cheerful price. I mean, that's what's not to love about that.
So you got those two models, right?
So I got a bunch of those.
Oh, okay.
I ordered a bunch of those. The interesting thing is the one with the 4-speed rotary shifter, the semi-automatic. That one's got a rear disc brake and a really good-looking swing arm on it.
And a 4-shift for 70cc.
Yeah. I have a feeling that might be fun. So we might be having some fun with the SR70C. So that was cool. And then I got into the bigger ones because who doesn't love a nice 110? I mean, a 110 is just a very noble number when you get to these lay-down motors, these horizontal motors. And so I just ordered the whole fleet. I ordered all of them. I ordered the semi-automatic. I ordered the fully manual, so the 4-speed manual with the clutch.
The H model.
The H model, exactly right. I mean, that was the one you wanted, man. You got to have the H model. You got your Trail 70. Really, is it an H model? Oh, really? Oh, fuck you then. Yeah, because it's got to be the H model, or I don't even want to talk to you.
3-speed auto. Fuck you. You need the 4-speed manual.
Yeah, I need the 4-speed manual, dude. So yeah, that's the H model. And these things they kick the door down at $919. Dude, man, I'm serious, man.
That's not going to be the worst mistake you've made in your life.
No, probably not. And before I dove into this, if you've been listening to this podcast, and we are listening to some of the old episodes and putting them up there, you're going to hear me talk some mad shit about 8 years ago. Some really mad shit about China. And I've had to go through some crap, man. I've really had to go through some crap. I feel like somebody that's just like
the
man.
same thing happened with Japan, though. Look at the cars originally that came from Japan.
Yeah.
And then suddenly they became better and better.
Right.
And
The
now
Honda
they're going back
600,
down
every time they sold a Honda 600, and then they started selling those Civics, the CVCCs, everyone said, it's Jap crap, right? We all knew the word Jap crap. Oh, look at that. You got a fucking, what is that, a Seiko
Rice
watch?
burner.
That's Jap crap. You got a Seiko. What kind of piece of shit you wearing on your wrist? Is that fake Japanese Rolex? What the fuck? You know? And now I got a 1969 Seiko watch, and I fucking
Seiko
love
flags,
that
beautiful
thing.
watches.
Yeah, my
Gorgeous watch.
Seiko Kinetics.
Yeah.
I've had it. Peggy bought it for me a long time ago, and that thing still works.
Yeah,
fine.
and it still keeps perfect time. And
I
it's
still have my
you know,
dad's, and I was
automatic.
like 40 years, 50
Exactly.
years old.
And
Still
so
running.
Jap crap
Yep.
went away. So, and so here we are. And as much as there's political things that we don't want to talk about or we do want to talk about, there's all kinds of weird shit with the Chinese stuff. And right now, guys, we're surrounded by it, with the exception of that Italian Moto Guzzi over there, just sticking its nose in the game.
Behind me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's pause for a moment,
Yeah.
though, and talk about the SSR brand compared to some of the other
Yeah.
Chinese brands that you can buy. I would say SSR is more of an up Chinese brand.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the quality of these bikes, and I've seen what sits behind somebody's garage that you could go buy for, it never worked right. You know, some of the stuff that customers brought into us to put back to put together that
Absolutely.
pieces were missing. You couldn't get it out of the crate without it snapping, breaking. It was
You couldn't
pre-broke
prep it.
before it got here.
Right.
Yeah, it was broken in the middle of prepping it.
And all the bikes that Phil brought in, if you go onto the forums and stuff, these are bikes that people have had for a couple of years and have long-term reports on them. And except for the stuff of make sure you tighten your bolts and things like that, they've held up to a lot of abuse.
And when Sleepy was looking at his Grimm project, he was on these forums and he was coming across all this data, and I was taking what he was saying, and then I was also talking to my friends that own dealerships who've had the line for a long time. A long time in the world of China, by the way, is about 18 months. Because shit moves fast. I mean, shit does move fast. And so people that I know that have sold hundreds of them were telling me, no, man, you got to get these things. They are robust. They're solid. You won't be working on them all the time. They're just a good bike, and you'll be happy with them. So it took me hearing that many, many times from people I respect.
Doesn't one of these bikes in the lineup hold the World Pit Bike Championship?
I believe it is, yeah. And I think that if we get into the line, they have the pro models, and I'm sure that changes all the time. But I believe it's the SR 170TX and the SR 140TR that are both extraordinarily well respected in their fields. And we're talking about, I mean, these are bikes that have fucking power. I mean, this little lay down Honda motor is putting out over 16 horsepower. That's a hell of a lot when you think about you're rocking a bike that weighs 140 pounds.
I mean, I think at one point, just with like a CT90, you're looking at it'll put out like 10 horsepower. Well, if you look at that's like one or two cubic inches.
Exactly.
If you had a 350 cubic inch V8,
Oh, it'd be insane.
that put out 10 horsepower. It would be like a 700 horsepower motor.
Off the charts.
Yeah, that
Absolutely.
could rev to 10 grand.
Yeah, and it was so I had some fun with the catalog. I was talking to dealers that I know, and I was talking to people that are in the scene and asking them which bikes they really like. They told me which ones to buy, which ones they were happy with, and so we kind of mixed it up. We got a couple of autos, and then we got a couple of the of course, well, you got to have the semi-automatic and you got to have the 4-speed, right? So we grabbed a couple of those and had fun with that. And then we bought a couple of the pro level bikes, a couple of the higher end, the 140, the SR 140 TR, and then we got the SR 170 TRX, the TX. So yeah, Sleepy's already he went over and sat on it, and we didn't touch the suspension.
I
The
saw him
suspension's
he pushed one in the back room already.
he already did, yeah.
Yeah,
He's like, no, sold, motherfucker. That's it.
We had to reattach his hip after he got off.
I was joking with him. I'm like, come on, jump on here. And he's like, oh, no, I already did. I'm like, really? Okay.
It took me a cane and a couple things.
It
but I
is
got
their
on it.
it is literally their most expensive bike in their pit bike realm, and it is funny when you start reading reviews of people who race these. And I mean, I'm laughing myself because I'm like, who race these? I'm like, you shouldn't be racing this. This is Barstool racing at its very highest. People are very serious about this stuff, and there are whole divisions. John mentioned that right now tonight down at Summit, indoor motocross track, and I have been avoiding dirt since the last time it pushed bones out of my leg. Yeah. So
What's your saying on this?
dirt hurts.
Dirt hurts.
Yeah, dirt hurts. And dirt does hurt. It hurts me. Every time I get dirty, it gets hurty.
But the
And
guys racing tonight,
Yeah.
they're doing doubles and triples on these things.
I know.
Like,
I've seen the
legit.
videos.
Yeah.
It's insane. And these things are like, chrome ollie, steel frame, aluminum swing arms, all that fancy stuff, the folding levers. It doesn't have the push rod. It's a roller rocker top end. I mean, they're not screwing around with this
Pretty
thing.
sure most of these guys are teenagers, though. They're not,
I think you're right.
they're, or at least
They're young.
young,
Yeah.
skinny dudes.
Yeah.
You know
Small
what I mean?
people with-
They're not me. That's
Until you get to Mid-Ohio and the pit bike races start, in which case, yeah.
fucking
Maybe
anything goes.
you should come to my plant and race around the plant on wheelchairs like we do.
Can't take
Okay.
the smell.
I like
Yeah.
the wheelchair.
I've got to hover around. I've got to hover around. I can.
It seems like such a blast. I mean, when you talk, just the idea of having that many horsepower in something that only weighs 140 pounds. Wow.
Yeah, but as soon as we get on it, all bets
Power to
off.
weight ratio goes right to shit. Hey, by the way, that's an important thing. Renee took the time to make up this sheet of all the data because when you're starting to unbox these things, you realize that because all KTMs are orange, or because like all Hondas are red, and you can order these bikes in KTM, Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki. You can order them in any color you want. And so it became very confusing as we were like, what the fuck bike is that, man? I can't figure it out. So let's have the game, and nobody look, if you can't, don't look at the sheet if you can avoid it. So the SR70C over there, that's the 70cc. That's the little kid's bike, right? Now, any other world, that would be a 50cc. It's the white one. And that's $819. That's the one that doesn't have the automatic transmission. That's the semi-automatic transmission. It's the one we would all want to have if we were 8 years old. Okay. What do you think its weight capacity is? How much human can ride that bike?
200 pounds.
1,000 pounds.
Price is right over here.
Hold on. According to the manufacturer. Right.
I would say 135 pounds.
Unlimited.
150?
Limited.
It's 80 pounds. And I did check, and it is the same on the PW50. So it's not
Okay,
like
so
it's
it's
not
fair,
like
it's
these
fair.
are. It's not like these are like, oh wow, that's where you lose it
80?
because these are Chinese. No, it's 80 pounds. It's an 80-pound weight limit.
The ruckus
Like
held.
one of my legs.
The first ride will be an 80-pound
Right, two of them
rider.
at the same time.
The second ride will be the kid's 250.
I got the biggest kick out of that because I was like,
The
wow.
dad will then take it around.
Okay, so the one that we're all going to ride is the 110.
smallest- oh.
No, the 110.
Yeah, the 110s.
The 110. We're going to be
How many
we're going
can
to
we
be we're going to be riding these 110s like it's the town bike. I mean, that's going to be the bike that we ride.
Also 4-speed, right?
Yeah, it is really. That's the 4-speed. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and that's going to set us back a whopping $919.
Damn.
I know.
See, everyone's so excited about this. I'm underwhelmed. And
Yeah.
I hate to be the downer here, but
Yeah.
I never understood the whole dirt stuff.
Well, Mid-Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like if you go camping,
We're
you
not
throw it on the back of
suggesting
your
that you
truck.
race. We're suggesting that you have
Trails are the best.
A
Bandcamp,
couple lollipops and get on a bike.
Shoot and scoot.
shoot
Yeah.
scoot. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I mean, there's a reason there's no headlight and taillight on these things.
Just stupid
because that would be a
shenanigans,
DUI waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of those
All right,
things that
all
it's
right.
like, yeah. You should pretty much have to be,
You have to be off road to have fun with these.
Yeah.
and you have to be off your ass too.
Just any
Yeah,
of the small
exactly.
bikes. I mean, honestly, like we had this discussion a couple weeks ago. I would get if I could only have one bike. I think I would just get a mini bike. It's so much better than big bikes. You're more confident. You're not worried about murdering yourself. And
That's
if you
true.
do 50, you're like you feel like you're going 1,000. Like it's just man, it's great.
Yeah, so the $919 bike that we're all going to be buying.
When you have a small
110.
little bike like that, you
Yeah.
don't need a whole lot of backyard. I mean,
No, you really don't.
I
Yeah.
literally have gone around my backyard.
Amazing things happen in the parking lot of here today.
I chased John around Bruce's front yard for about 35 minutes in a circle. It was fucking great.
You can do it, Bruce.
Yep.
It turns a small backyard into a figure eight.
Yep.
That's how small bikes are. That's how they work.
And they're not too heavy. And I mean, if you drop it, it's just not.
Weight capacity.
Yeah. Oh,
Yo, you-
on the 110?
I can't wait to get one of those out in the snow. That'll be pull a sled with it, no problem.
Boy. Weight capacity. Anybody want to go there?
All right. So I got 80 on the 70.
125.
I'm going to say 135 again.
It's 130. It's 130
Nice.
pounds for all of 6.2 horsepower. So yeah, so 130, and like we say, the usual rule for engineering is you double it.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be fine. Then.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It'll be
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Exactly. It'll be fine.
It's
Yeah,
two up
totally
at
fine.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally fine. I don't have any problem with that. No problem with that at all. Okay, so then we get into the more exotic shit. Those race bikes, those competition bikes, those are all rated for 200 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, so those are all 200
Nice.
pounds. So, by the way,
So
that's
I'd make it with the doubling theory.
yeah, you totally make it with the doubling theory, and that is more weight than a Yamaha. That's more the higher weight rating than a Yamaha Vino 150, Vino 125,
Oh, yeah.
Vino 150. It's a higher weight rating than a lot of the Honda 150cc scooters. It's a higher weight rating than the Buddies.
Those are
Yep.
140s, right? 140s.
Yeah, 140cc and 170cc's respectively.
So these are underrated, obviously. For
The Buddies rated to 180 pounds.
because I've been on Buddies.
Dude,
And I'm
we've
not-
done
I'm not
6
180
people on a buddy. Yeah, we've had 6 people on a buddy, and the buddy was just like more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
room
right.
for two.
He's like, okay, I guess maybe now we shouldn't be on the freeway.
If you fold the legs around, you could get another 2 bodies.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. There's nothing better than having a bunch of your friends and be like, I wonder how many people you can put on that buddy. It is a fun. That's a
That's a
fun.
fun exercise.
Yeah, that's a fun thing. I
But the
mean,
difference is that the Buddy is automatic and these are.
yes, buddies just twist and go automatic,
twist and
and
goes.
these are semi-automatic transmissions. So yeah, exactly.
I wanna see
So
the
okay, so now we're gonna get to the fun stuff. So we're gonna get to the street bikes. So the street bikes, we got the
thank
Razkul, right? The Razkul at $19.99.
China white.
Yep, China white, exactly. We got the TNT 135.
This middle one.
You know that, and that's $26.99, $700 more. And then just for comparison's sake, we've got the TNT 302S, which is $42.99. Okay, so we're going to start with the Razkul because the Razkul is just that thing that all the motorcycle reviews and stuff, that motorcycle.com that tested it against the Grom and all the other funny stuff. It is a lay-down horizontal motor. It's a 2-valve motor. It's all of the things that that you'd expect, right? I mean, it's
Carbureted.
It's carbureted. That's exactly right. It is carbureted. It's a very sane bike. There's really nothing about it that I think is like, wow, that's just crazy. I don't know what they were thinking when they put that together.
Except for the gas tank.
The gas tank looks like they just stole it off of a new Honda Rebel. Like they walked up to a new Honda Rebel and went, and we'll be taking that. And the thing is, they didn't even scale it down because today when I took it to prep it, and I kept putting gas in it and kept putting gas in it and fucking kept putting gas in it. And not like, no joke, they say that gas tank holds 3.17 gallons. That is bigger than a Sportster peanut tank. Meanwhile, it's a 125cc bike. And it does hold every bit of that. When I got to the gas station, I was shocked at how much gas it could carry. Now, why anybody would want to be in that riding position for 260 miles is beyond my fucking gourd. I have no idea. That bike will get around 70 miles per gallon. And that's too much gas.
There's somebody out there, though, that will commute that little thing. And
Weird joke all the time. What do we always say? Any motorcycle in the world, people are like, I don't know what to say with a gas tank so small. What the fuck, man?
I cannot understand when people say that. I'm like, it aggravates me. This,
Yeah.
like get over it. Get
Right.
over it. There's gas stations on every corner. Get over it.
And if you have to get off your bike every 120 goddamn miles,
Yeah.
okay.
You should.
I'm not buying this bike because this one has 0.2 liters less.
Yeah.
Like, stop.
Yeah, it's that and
Stop.
seat heights.
Don't
You know
be
what?
that
Go
guy.
ride the bike for 6 months and then tell me whether or not you need the seat to be 0.2 inches lower or you need the gas tank to be 1 liter bigger. I mean, fuck.
They probably haven't ridden more than 100 miles
Exactly.
at all in a small
Right.
bike because
Yeah.
that's fucking.
Yeah, and some of the best motorcycles I've had 120 mile range on them.
Right.
You don't need more than 120.
It's
You need to
fine.
get
No.
out and stretch, get a
Right.
couple beers in you, and
Exactly.
keep going.
So I mean that's
I mean,
What are you,
re-tank and
Chris
then
Smith?
Yeah. Oh, duels. Yeah.
tiny bladder. That's it. Yeah. Meanwhile, seriously, Steve is sitting here. He rode tonight in shorts on a PC 800 in a deluge. Now, granted, it's almost 48 degrees, but
Almost warm.
yeah, it was warm. Exactly, it was warm, but it was extraordinarily wet. I mean,
Well, you shamed me into it because my wife's showing me pictures of you riding around the parking lot.
I'm wearing all of the shit. I'm wearing every piece of wet weather gear you have.
Phil's
In fact,
actually dressed for like a small road trip.
I am, and because I
impressed.
spent about 3 hours all told on the bike today, testing the different bikes, and I just knew that
when you offered that we could come take a test ride
Yeah.
if we wore the proper gear, I'm thinking, I don't really feel like I want to wear flip flops and shorts and a t-shirt tonight.
I just meant it's raining. So like if you wanted to bundle up and wear your rain shit, it shouldn't be.
Is it still raining?
It's January 10th for fuck's sake, and it's going to rain. It rained all day today. It's going to rain all day tomorrow.
64 tomorrow, though.
Yeah, they said tomorrow's going to be 64, and I was so tempted to call the podcast and be like, "You guys want to come out Saturday night instead of Friday night, and we'll go ride around?" But it is going to be Noah's Ark tomorrow too.
They
So
called off ski club.
Water ski
2
club?
weeks in a row.
no shit. You know what? There's
Water ski
nothing.
club.
It's water ski.
Yeah,
Club. That's
boats out
exactly
there.
it.
Really?
Yeah, there's nothing on that hill. There's just nothing. That's just too many days of warm weather. There's nothing. It's just grass. The ski slopes are taking in the ass this
If they
year.
were open tomorrow, you wouldn't want to go. It'd be like
No,
a
it'd be
snow
miserable.
cone or something.
Yeah, it'd just be awful.
Yeah, on the bright side, they removed these glaciers will be gone by 2020 from one of the parks out west.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had
Oh,
they
Jesus
had the
Christ.
signs like the highest ice content was in 1850, and by 2020
It's going to be gone.
it's going to be gone. Now they had to
Holy
remove those
shit.
signs
Yeah,
because
of course.
Really?
it's not gone.
No, it's really. I mean, that's terrible.
Terrible we didn't melt them quicker. My God, this is
Give it a
America.
week.
Come on.
In 2 weeks, it's going to drop to
failed.
negative
We didn't melt
15.
that.
Oh,
you know,
exactly.
And then it's going to be like,
This is
holy-
going to that extremes of temperature thing that our folks in Australia are dealing with right now. And I mean, heart goes out to those guys because, it's one thing to be on the beach in Australia at Christmas. It's another thing to be on the beach in Australia at Christmas because your house burned down, and you're at the beach because the beach can't catch on fire.
Right.
Everything else has lit up.
But
So-
on the bright side, you could eat barbecued camel.
and barbecue koala and everything
anything
else.
you want.
Yeah, it's done. They said over 1 billion animals have been roast, scorched, and toasted.
They were talking about animals coming up to people and crawling up like
Yeah.
begging them for help.
Well, of
Like,
cour's, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I won't. I know we should probably. It's a squirrel, but
Yeah, okay.
I haven't read up on the whole mechanism by which these massive fires. Is it just an extraordinary dry season, or
It's a lot of that. So
it's
the
just a calamity of circumstances.
temperature's been rising.
But
I know
said
that they had
major
a year or
drought.
two ago. They had a
man-made.
pretty big.
They
drought.
were set
Yeah.
by people. Like once the fires started,
Yeah.
evidently people decided, well, we might as well start our own fire.
Well, Australians have been back burning.
Backfire.
Australians have been back burning for 1,000 years. I mean, our Aboriginals back burned because they understood the way it worked.
Right.
The problem is you get a bunch of white people moving there and go, "Oh, don't light that fire. Smokey Bear will fucking
Oh,
bite your head off."
As California found out by
Right.
not being,
Yeah. You got to do some maintenance burns, and you got to let the people who know what they're doing do it. So-
And it was the perfect storm. It's all the stuff that you guys are talking about now, but
Yeah.
apparently, like there's a current that comes from like I can't think if it's west, east, or whatever, but it blows the rainy season into Australia.
Yeah.
And it was too warm this year, and that current never developed.
didn't develop.
So they never got a
didn't
rainy
get the rain.
season. So it's
Oh,
like
extra
50
dry.
times drier.
and they are collectively as a culture just shitting on their prime minister because I guess
yeah.
he was on holiday in Hawaii for Christmas while these guys were all just dealing with
My little
everything in the planet
kitty,
burning.
kitty,
And he lied, like straight up, like this girl that just had her house burned down.
Yeah.
He went to shake her hand
I
and she
saw that.
didn't want to do it, and he
Yeah.
grabbed it.
Yeah.
And then during the press conference, he's like, "Oh no, she came right up to me." She
He
was
grabbed a
rude."
couple of hands,
yeah.
uninvited, unsolicited handshakes. But the point being, apparently, the whole country's just given up on this guy and just collectively. It was a motorcycle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, the only thing, but back to the
Yeah.
Australian fire. How about
Shut up, Kevin.
How about the Instagram stars raised now $700,000 selling nudes for $10?
That was the deal. You donate $10.
Heroes don't always wear capes.
Right. You donate $10 to fight, and it's the Naked Philanthropist. And if you donate $10 to help the firefighting effort in Australia, she'll send you nudes.
My wife pointed that out to me. I'm like, how about a $10 donation, honey? I'd love
Sure,
to see
her
what we
site
got
is
here.
blown the
It's
fuck
charity.
up.
We're
It is
helping.
charity.
Oh yeah, she's
Greater
cute.
good.
I'm like, I'd like
I've
to
been
see how
supporting
cute she
single
is.
moms, working moms for ages. I don't see any problem with that.
$1 at a
One
time.
bucket at a time.
Okay, SSR. SSR.
All right, so
SSR.
SSR.
$110.
Okay, 1999, by the way, $1,999. It
For
is
the 170.
the 125 right behind you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the white one. So the white one right behind you. It's got a carburetor though, so there's that. I rode it today. I had a maximum velocity, recorded velocity, of 60 miles per hour. And I will tell you that their fucking speedometers are like calibrated by Jesus to be 10% optimistic. They are so on the money, it's ridiculous. Run the GPS app alongside of the Speedo. just give it all she's got. Shift gears at red line. There's no other way to shift gears on these things.
I don't get why they can't fix it. This isn't a new problem. This isn't a problem. They just start
Right.
fix it.
Just make it what it is.
And when we mentioned it as a carburetor, it
Right.
runs pretty good and everything.
It
with
runs
carburetor.
okay. It does idle nicely, but there's so much waiting there. There's so much hiding in that motor. There's 15 things we could do in the next hour that would scare another 20% more power out of that thing.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Or at least smooth it out. Like
Yep.
my Grimm smoothed way out when I adjusted the carbs and did whatever.
You have to understand that these bikes built new, bringing them into the country, they're set as lean as they possibly
Absolutely.
can be.
Yeah.
So anything you can do, you're gonna drill out the air fuel adjustment screw there.
Right.
Maybe change the jets, do this, do
If you-
that.
if you-
Delete the charcoal.
If you
whatever
do that
should.
one, let me know what this one was at because my
Right.
Grimm was a quarter out and
Right.
it needed to be one. So
Oh,
it was
at least, yeah.
3/4 of a turn.
Usually it's 1.5.
I was going to say, Honda
Yeah.
rules for everything is 1.5 turns out. Start from there and work your way back.
I tried. I was too rich on that, but
Yeah.
it's a Japanese little carb, so it's
It is pretty. I'm rocking it around, and I rode them in the right order. So riding the Rascal first was the right thing. Seating position, of course, one. I have 34-inch inseam. I'm 6 foot tall, give or take, depending on the posture that day, and 200 pounds. Right. So my knees were that giant gas tank, man. My knees were on the wrong part of it. Like they were out.
Yeah.
They weren't in the cut where they should be, and they weren't in the groove. So what I had to do was, it didn't change my ass position. I had to move my feet back. So I moved my feet back so that my arch of my foot wasn't on the peg. My balls of my feet were on the peg. That was very minimal, couple 3 inches, right? And then all of a sudden, oh shit! Now the tank fits. So move those pegs back, couple 3 inches. Probably going to be happy, even if you got long legs.
Was spacing for everything okay with boots on or riding boots?
Yeah, riding boots.
It was
yeah, riding boots
decent
on.
enough?
It was okay. Yeah, it was okay. Neutral. I'm still looking for it. I may never find it.
Oh wait, it's like the Ural.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? No,
Even if you shut it off, is it one of those ones you got to shut
Yeah,
off?
I mean, I wasn't gonna resort to those measures, but just riding it around, fuck it, dude. Just hold the clutch in.
Braking
Yeah.
miles, you think will alleviate
I'm
some of
sure, just like all of them.
I wouldn't be surprised by that because when I was sitting back on the biggest of the
Yeah.
pit bikes back there and I grabbed the clutch to roll it back and forth,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, the clutch isn't doing anything.
Right.
So it's a fresh clutch pack. It's still,
That's
it's
exactly
still
it.
grabbing a little bit. You might
And
get,
please understand, I'm trying to be super, super lenient on stuff because none of it's broken in yet. And today, I did those two bikes. I did horrible things to those bikes today, but things that,
speak.
You do horrible things to every bike.
well, I mean, they're new. We gotta see what they can do. We gotta test them, right? Because the customer's gonna do the same thing. I always assume the customer's gonna do the same thing.
if
I'd
it's going to
rather-
break, you'd rather have it break on you.
Yeah.
What did we
Right.
learn with those misfits?
Right.
Had I not done what I did with the misfits right off the back, we never would have noticed that problem. And it was a problem that they all had.
And it's not unreasonable to do a wheelie on a motorcycle.
Of course,
It's
exactly.
going to happen on any bike. sometime.
Whether or
It's
not
like-
you wanted to.
Right.
Right. In our case, though, we're just simulating
Want to do it? Yeah.
Real world driving conditions.
real world driving
It's
conditions.
responsible, in fact.
Well, in
Safety
fact,
first.
when you're riding a 125 or a 135, how are you not caning the shit out of it?
Exactly. These
Yeah.
bikes are built for jackass.
what
Yes,
it
they
is
are,
for,
right? I mean, that's just it. You can't tell me that the guy who goes and gets a 50cc rental scooter down in Key West is going easy on that
It's not
son
gonna
of a
beat the
bitch.
shit out of
And
it.
No.
Yeah.
in my case, if I explode the fucking thing
Right.
on eBay, I can get a whole motor for $240.
And that's literally the same thing with all these motors. You can make a phone call to Power Sports Warehouse, and you can get a new motor for that bike. And
A bigger one.
Yeah, a bigger one. Yeah.
70.
You can get it. They have numbers that go into the 200s now. So yeah, it's
You wonder about the longevity of an engine that is laying on its side doing that.
I know. Yeah, doesn't that seem impossible?
I mean, the Hondas lasted forever. I mean, you've got a passport.
Yeah, but it's a 70cc engine with a
That's
piston that's this
200s.
big.
So
Right,
what?
exactly.
The only
Yeah.
problem is that over time, over a long enough period of time,
Yeah.
they say the bore will actually oval out. But you're talking probably
Oh,
50,000 miles on that. I mean, several. I mean, a long time before. it
Yeah, but
And
there's
even-
less torque. I mean, look at Honda runs things really low stress.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at that 170 over there, that's putting out 20 horsepower.
How much? What's the?
Whereas 70 was
we're gonna
putting
know.
out 5 horsepower.
But
So that's 4
a
times.
passport's still like 10-to-1 compression, which isn't low compression.
No, it's not
8.
low compression, but it's. But I'm saying that the torque, I would think that the moment on the piston would be way higher on that 170.
They're selling a 212cc kit right now.
It's probably pretty well cammed up. You know, it's
Right.
breathing well.
Yeah.
It's doing what it does.
And if you're into this, our friend Jack Walchek over at Wholesale Cycle in Akron, he's been just an absolute supporter of all this indoor motocross. He's been an absolute pit bike supporter. And if you're looking at hopping up your little play bike, give the guys at Wholesale Cycle. That is a completely fucking unsolicited plug, because when we built the Mad Asses and we did the Mad Ass motors and everything, because Akron's so close to here and I could just run down there and grab the parts I needed, he was a wealth of knowledge for me. He knew the parts that worked. He knew what cranks we should be using. He was a real big help. So having that guy, support him. You can do a fucking Piranha motor, not not a no name, but you can get the built semi-auto motor with the clutch, with the carb, with the kicker for $512. So you take your Grim or whatever, and when you float it, then you can get that. Yeah.
But
I'd just spend a little more money and get a whole new bike.
Yeah, right. That's true. Yeah.
well, for the Grim, if you really want to go nuts with these, because the Raskill, the Grim, and all the other ones use the same 2-hole mounting pattern on the Go bikes.
Sure.
So Pitster Pro has a 190cc 5-speed.
Ouch.
And it's $600 out the $620 delivered
Really?
to your door.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn, that's amazing. Yeah. Well, this is exactly it. And it's like, as much as I tried to ignore the China thing and as much as I tried to fucking stay away from it,
Do they have a rev limiter?
well, I'm glad you asked. So I was unable to find a rev limiter,
That.
Buffalo beer.
One of those.
Yep. So I was unable to find the rev limiter on the Rascal
Through your normal technique?
through my normal technique. And
That's what I was going to say. If it's got a rev limiter, you're probably not going to be able to hurt the motor because the rev limiter is going to kick in at whatever RPM, and you could probably sit there and.
And what I've learned is I think that is limited. I never got to an electronic limiter, but I was able to find a carburetor limiter. So I found the chemical limiter. Couldn't find the electronic one. How do you like that, Oscar?
Smooth.
Your face and your hand gestures tell two different stories.
I inhaled. That's the problem.
That's the stroke.
But it is really good.
Yeah, that is the
Always
stroke.
Inhale before
Yeah.
you.
Inhale before you take a drink of that.
Rookie
Very
mistake.
important.
Rookie mistake. Inhaled after the fact.
Because if you exhale, you could light fire.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah,
be
yeah.
a dragon. Oh, you could drink that.
Inhaled before
That
you
is
drink.
that is like eating a bag of Werther's
No, it's good.
Originals
It smells
and
like
moonshine.
grape fluid.
Smells like brake fluid.
Man,
Pretty sure you could use it as brake fluid.
Drinking nail polish
No, but it does.
remover.
You'll be like you just
That's
ate a
good.
bag of Brock's butterscotch candies.
Because that's what
Yes.
I like to do in my free time.
Why not?
Yeah. Inhale
You're
first.
hanging out with old guys. That's what old guys do.
I think they swabbed me with that before the surgery.
Oh, they did. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah,
It's good.
works better in Betadine.
Do not like.
You don't like it, huh?
Dude.
Wow.
Do
I'm
not like that.
surprised because that lighter fluid you guys drink,
Surprise,
man,
motherfucker.
smooth. Yeah, surprise. So yeah, when you start doing these. I know, and they've done some silly stuff. If you take a look at this one's got twin exhausts. Why do you have twin exhausts? You don't need to have twin exhausts, but it looks sexy. It looks very cool.
Scam just half a cylinder.
Exhausts.
Did you ever read his stuff about the kickstarts, the Piranha guy?
Yeah.
He's like, this is not where he goes, it's quality or quality over
Right,
quantity.
right.
Do not bash this because
Right.
you will break it and
Yeah.
I will not fix it.
Exactly. And now they've got some new Kickstarter shafts, so that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. They can
Well, he
replace
just
your
meant,
broken
like, you have
Kickstarter.
to, like, there's no need to beat the shit out of it. He's like, just get it in the compression stroke in one kick and
Oh,
it'll
we
start.
learned on the third motor. By the third motor, we had learned how to kickstart it. Because again, like I was telling you about the recoil starter,
Yeah.
it's the same way. We have been kicking over giant motorcycles since we were children.
Right.
And anybody who's kicked over a 600cc single,
I'm giving her all she's got.
will know
It's not kicking them. You can push on them. Their hand starts. It's
Yeah.
a lever start.
Exactly.
It's not a kickstart.
It's not a kickstart.
It blows my mind again.
Right.
People who
But it's
You
like
want to give it a
anything.
quick little jab,
little-
not a
Yeah.
not a up in the air and land on.
yeah, it's like the buddy kickstart, right? It's
Right.
just like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
a little,
Yeah. The best thing we could do would be to make that lever shorter.
yeah,
yeah, so
Just
you don't
literally
get the
make
feel
it
for
shorter,
kicking it harder.
so you don't
yeah.
have so much
like a
leverage.
pepper grinder. Just
Exactly.
Yeah, but if you started out like say on an XL 500, like
Absolutely.
me,
Yeah, yeah.
if you try to start it like
Yeah.
that, it ejects
Oh,
you
you had
from
to
the bike.
Yeah.
You had the
You need to
500.
be committed
Exactly.
to like
Right.
a bike like that or do 650.
Right.
You
That's
got
what
to
we
be
used to.
committed to
Yeah.
start it.
You
I'm
look
gonna-
at what you're working with, and you go from there.
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
not gonna pull start the chainsaw like you pull start an Aaron snowblower in the dead of winter. I mean,
Proper way
I have electric
to
start
kickstart a Yamaha TT or
That was it.
XT 500 is to get on the bike,
Yep.
get off the bike, grab the compression release after you've put it in like second or probably third gear.
Yeah.
Start running, holding
That's
the clutch.
exactly it.
start.
With once it starts turning over, let the compression,
Let the compression
release
out.
and
Yeah, I like third gear on those XTs and TTs.
Don't even
Yeah.
try to kickstart
Yeah.
those fucking things.
My SRs, people would be like, well, there's the indicator window on the SR.
Fuck
right?
that.
Fuck that indicator window. Everybody's the same thing. Like, oh, yeah, you got to look at the indicator window. You got to check the indicator. I'm like, bullshit. Watch how you do it. You kick through until you get your compression. When you get to your compression stroke, you pull your decompression lever in and you kick a quarter. Don't even look at the fucking window. Ignore that shit. That'll just get you into trouble. You kick a quarter of a turn with the decompression on after TDC. Then go have a sandwich. Right? Just fucking walk away. Because if you try to do it now, the charge that you just sucked in slowly is all still in there and you're running too rich. And the thing with these bikes is most people fuck up because they try to start them way too rich. And they don't like it. Like most of the time, what I've learned with those motors in particular is guys will be on their fifth or sixth kick. And I'm like, dude, if you kick it twice and it doesn't start, go have a sandwich.
Let it go.
Right.
Yeah.
Just go away.
Mine, I was doing the compression release.
Yeah.
Only came out at the bottom of the stroke.
At the bottom of the
So
stroke.
I would kick it, and right when I hit the bottom, I'd
You let go
it
of your
out.
hand.
And it would, and
Yep.
then it would
And
go.
that would have enough velocity that it could carry through.
Yeah.
And I would watch guys perpetually on those SR500s, which the SR500, the street version, was pretty detuned so that you could kickstart it. Remember, there was no button on those fucking bikes. So it was always a Kickstarter. And that's why a lot of people sold them when they had 800 miles on them. Because they realized after the third tank of gas, they were done. They were just finished. Because getting 10 guys out of the bar to come out and try and start the fucker every time you wanted to go home, yeah, lame.
If you ever got thrown off of one.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh fuck, and that was always it's better to when you're dealing with kickstarting a bike, it's better to creep up on the fuel than to flood the shit out of it.
But Honda came up with a brilliant idea to fix all that.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Jackson.
FT500.
FT500.
They put a very intricate and complicated electric starter.
An extraordinarily complicated kickstart or electric starter on it.
Yeah.
And by the way, it did work remarkably well as long as your battery was up. And if your battery was not up,
And the whole thing was serviced well, and you
Yep.
didn't let it get wet. And
Yeah.
the little solenoid plunger and the latchkey
shit.
fucking thing, it's a nightmare.
FT500 starters are one of those things that you just start at the battery and go from the battery all the way through the system and clean every contact the day you get one. So the day
Well, the
one
whole
shows
thing
up
with
in your life.
WD-40, every
Yep.
lube you can put on.
The
like,
day one shows up, literally just go through every fucking electrical connection on it, every
if you hit
termination.
it starts. If
Yeah.
it's running,
Yeah.
stop.
Stop.
Take it apart,
Yeah.
lube everything, and
Yep.
make sure it never fucks up. Because
Oh, yeah,
When
because
it fucks up, it sucks.
Everything. The Bendix is on them too. That's one of those things that it's like if they get dry or you start that motor with a weak battery one time, that Bendix will never work again.
and we were complaining about Chinese bikes.
Yeah. Those are Japanese bikes.
And I'm saying, like,
from the
yeah,
80s.
That's the point. That's the
Yeah.
point I'm getting at.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
That whole locking mechanism,
Yep.
so that it locks
good
the
bikes.
starter to the drive.
Yep.
If it gets stuck in the locked position, well, after it starts the bike,
It just
the
hangs
starter
in.
stays engaged.
Yep.
Well, the starter is like a 10-to-1 drive on
You
the
got
motor.
it. Yep.
So when you blip your throttle and your motor goes up to $4,000,
Your starter goes up
your
to
starter
16
went
grand.
up to $40,000. and literally,
Yeah.
the little copper like the
just
armature,
peel out.
it'll just
Yep.
it just shatters,
Yeah,
scatters.
they're
it.
gone.
There's a dude. It's called the Marlin crawler. So it's this guy, something Ken Marlin or something like that. And he made this crawler, like a full scale one, and he shows that sometimes when you're on a rock or something, and you stall out.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
His
hit the starter
starter
button.
is so powerful that you put it in gear and you hit the starter and it'll crawl the truck the rest of the
Oh,
way
yeah.
up. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Starter
My buddy-
motors are
My buddy
fantastic.
had a Toyota Corolla.
Yep.
That for whatever, maybe fuel pump issues, something like that. You could sit there and turn it and it wouldn't start.
Right.
So what we do, standard, is put it in the parking spot,
Yeah.
put it in reverse, hit the starter, don't leave the clutch out because back out of the parking lot, put it in reverse, drive out of the parking lot, all the way out onto the street.
On the starter.
Till we got down the hill, then push the clutch in, put it in neutral, coast down the hill till we get about almost the bottom of the hill, dump the clutch.
Yeah.
Take off. Holy shit, I never thought about doing that.
I had my Dodge Omni. I moved my Dodge Omni several times on the starter, just using that. The battery and the starters are remarkably powerful. I don't know if anybody remembers, but I used to have a bumper car. So I had a bumper car, and the bumper car had a Toyota Tacoma truck starter. It was the source of power, and I had 2 batteries under the back seat, and then I just had literally just a service switch going to the, nice, good out. And that just Toyota truck starter, the Tacoma starter, was with a chain drive to the front wheel, was more than enough to haul 3 or 4 people in that bumper car.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it would run for a long time, but
it's Toyota
torque
starter.
for days, yeah.
I spent
Maybe
3
a
days in
misfits.
a hospital because of a starter.
What?
I crushed my leg when I was 16 between 2 bumpers of a car. Because
What?
I had
Holy
no money.
shit.
Did anyone know this story?
No.
No.
Okay.
So I had no money, and I had a Volkswagen Rabbit.
Screwdriver across the solenoid.
Yeah,
You
and that's how I
fucking-
would start it. I put it in neutral,
Yeah.
and I shorted out. Then I'd have to hit it with a hammer to have it release because it
Right.
wouldn't release.
Right.
And no dude would give me like the $20 for a solenoid.
Oh my shit.
So
God.
that's how I started it for like 2
Yeah.
months. And one day I left
Just
it
arc
in
the
gear.
terminals.
And there's a car right behind it.
Yeah.
And so when I started it,
Yeah.
it pinned my knee. I jumped, but I pinned my left leg between the 2 bumpers, and all I was doing, I didn't hit it. I didn't hit it in time. It
No.
crushed my knee, and it was going. Seriously, and it crushed it broke my tibia.
Jesus Christ.
And so I was trapped
my
between it
God.
because I could not get out between the cars, and I couldn't release it because I couldn't.
No.
So I was pounding on the starter, and
Yeah.
finally it stopped
It stopped turning.
pressing.
Oh my God.
But my sister was in the window, and I'm yelling. I'm stuck in the car, and she's laughing at me.
Get the fuck out of here.
Laughing at you now.
Oh my God.
So the neighbor runs out. The guy that I knew, runs out in his underwear
Yeah.
and releases takes the car out of gear.
Yeah.
And so I hobble into the house, and I'm sitting there, and my dad's like, I'm like, Dad, you got to take me to the hospital.
Yeah.
Because my knees started swelling up.
Just put some ice on it.
Yeah. No, he's like, I have to go running first. I have to take a shower, and, you just could wait. So by the time he got back, my knee was the size
Man, the fuck
of
up, man.
2 liters. I had 2 liters of fluid in my knees.
Holy shit.
And then the doctor's like, I'm in the emergency room, and the guy's like, we're going to have to amputate your leg.
Oh, what
Serious,
a dick.
Yeah. And I'm like, what? And that's when I got freaked out.
Yeah, no
'Cause,
shit.
If they're going to cut my leg off. I mean,
I'm
like,
just joking.
Just
No,
fucking
but
with
then they
you.
found out that I had some, I don't have an artery on top of my foot.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
No, so they thought I had no pulse in my foot, so they were going
So
to hack
they-
my knee off. Hack my leg off.
Damn.
Talk about a malpractice suit.
No.
Yeah.
Can you hand me a rusty chain?
But the best part of it was my boys brought me food every single day. I had to go to surgery.
Oh, they looked after you.
Yeah, they brought so much good food.
Oh, that's cool.
I'd bring you good food if that happened again.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I hope it never happens
Or you
again.
could buy a fucking starter relay or a starter solenoid and not have to fucking think about
Probably
that
do
shit.
that for you too.
So do
I
all
wouldn't
these
buy
bikes
one
have
for you, but I
electric
could dig
starter
one out.
and the
Yeah, so
kickstart?
the Rascal has a kicker. So it's got an electric start and a kicker.
Okay.
The coolest feature on the bike by far is you press the button on the gauge and it turns the display from orange to blue. I don't know why I think that's so cool, but
I
it's
saw
pretty
that
fucking
button. I
cool.
thought
Oh
there
yeah,
was
that's
more to
good.
it.
Yeah.
Turns it from orange to blue. Kind of interesting. He needed the
For
money.
night riding or something?
I have no idea, but I did it. They're both illuminated.
Easy now.
What was that?
I don't know, but normally it happens near Meckelfresh. It's the strangest thing.
It's like a bum in a theater.
He's like, I'm like 2 for 6 on bottle kicking.
Over here.
Yay. There is that thing. So if you do go to motorcycle.com, they did this shootout called the Battle of the 125cc Ankle Biters, and they loved it. They love the Rascal 125. But here's the fucking shocker. It's 8.3 horsepower, topped. Here's the shocker. Here's the shocker. At 8.3 horsepower, topped out at, they said 7,500 RPM. You shift it wherever you want. It doesn't fucking care. Just run the tits off of it. And I was able to get, on my trip today, I was able to get around 60 miles per hour out of it. Okay. Corrected to 54, right? So 54 actual miles per hour today. Now it's not broken in. The valves haven't been adjusted. So that's the slowest top speed it's going to have.
Been massaged.
Nothing. It's the slowest top speed that bike's going to have.
Out of the crate.
Okay, out of the crate. I can guarantee it will only go faster from this point forward.
But that's not bad at all because
It's
I've
not.
ridden a Honda Grom.
Right. Yeah.
Which is a fuel-injected
Yeah.
bike.
Right.
Which
With a claim 9.9 horsepower.
Correct. With the
which
claim
seemed
9.9.
like it was
Yeah.
doing a lot to make it go 45, 50 mile an hour. Now, that might have
Right.
been an accurate 45 or 50 mile an hour, but it didn't blow my socks off.
What I
that's for
can
sure.
tell you for sure is, according to the GPS, it was 54 miles per hour. According to the Speedo, it was 60 miles per hour. That's it. Groms tell you that their top speed is 56 miles per hour and that they're 8.6 horsepower. So
Yeah, and that's pretty what it is. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what it is for
Yeah.
both the Monkey and the Super Cub too.
yeah, so I don't doubt it. I don't think that's a long shot. So I think it's right in the hunt, but it did everything it did well. I thought the front fork was really good for being. It's an upside down fork, which is surprising. It's an inverted fork. It did handle really well.
Twin piston calipers.
Twin piston calipers on the front. I was very much impressed by the brakes. The front brakes are
Caliper.
Singular. The brakes really, really good. It does have no problem dragging the bike down. The tires are from a company I've never fucking heard of ever, and that's saying something. Yet outside in the downpour,
Wanjiang.
yeah, I guess, right?
They don't look bad. I mean,
It's a pattern like an IRC or whatever, but it's a they work. They were tracking pretty true at higher speeds in the park. So I was down the Metro Park doing a lot of this stuff, and then I went up by the airport for some high speed runs, or what we call a high speed run. And then in the parking lot here, which is just parking lot, there's nothing special about our parking lot. I was doing countless figure eights, and more importantly, hundreds of attempted wheelies. And I say attempted.
yeah.
In a very sad face.
Wait,
But
you,
that's
you can
exactly what
wheelie
the
almost
Honda Grom
anything
does.
though.
I can wheelie just about anything. And I've spent my whole life wheeling dumb shit. And I had to work so hard, and I was cheating. Like I did standing on the back pegs, I can make a wheelie. But just sitting in the driver's seat, sitting where you're supposed to sit, with your feet where they're supposed to be, clutching the bejesus out of it, just doing horrible things to that motor and that clutch. It does not pick the front
Well,
wheel up.
you got 3 gallons of.
I was going to say, yeah, I got 3 gallons of
gas,
unleaded
gas,
right over the
20
front.
pounds right on
Right,
top
exactly.
of it.
So
Pints-
that might help a little bit.
Pints a pound the world around. So
You have to decide how you want to ride that bike.
Yeah.
Stock, it comes with a 14-tooth front sprocket,
Well-
and that'll get you 50-some miles
Yeah.
an hour. If you put a 16-tooth
Yeah.
sprocket on it, you drop about 8 miles an hour, but you can wheelie.
So this is where I was. This is where I was gonna. I wanted to chat about this because that's a 4-speed motorcycle, and apparently the 4th gear is useless, other than like fuel economy and getting range, I guess,
It's tall.
because it's way too tall. At least in its current configuration, out of the crate. Like I said, it's worst performance today. It's brand new. It's day one, man. This is it. This is all it's done is whatever miles is on there.
Steve, how many times has your monkey bike thrown you on your ass?
Yeah, wheelies. I mean, does the monkey wheelie?
You know how well I could wheelie.
Yeah, right.
Can't.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not like
Yeah, I was really sad about that. And in the parkway running around, it pulls third gear remarkably. Like it pulls first gear up to 20 miles an hour like it owns it. And then second gear to 40 like it owns it. And then third gear to 54 miles an hour like it owns it, like 60 indicated, third gear. Then you switch to fourth because you're like, okay, fourth gear.
Get rid of the beans.
And you switch to fourth and you're like, go. And it goes, nope.
Well, it's the same thing with the monkey's the same way.
Yeah, fourth is
It's
just like
if you have
speed
a
lock.
headwind,
Yeah.
you're better off to just keep it in third.
Yeah,
and
third,
you run it.
Just wring the tits off of it, put it in third. And I experienced that today. So I could accelerate in third, but fourth was only there to hold the speed that I'd achieved. That was it. Now, of course,
drop a tooth or two on the counter shaft.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? Yeah,
And why didn't
alter that, move that gearing a little
twin
bit.
do that?
Well,
No, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it's like that's where you want that long
Right.
sixth gear, but they don't do that. They
And
do
this
it on
is-
a bike like this.
and this is a fourth. I mean, this is a 4-speed only, so that's what you got.
Right.
So realistically, it could be a 3-speed, and it wouldn't change things much.
Damn it!
Damn it, man! Damn it! So whether the answer is going to be turning the countershaft sprocket down,
Yeah, that's I
or
reversed.
whether the answer is going to be turning the power up, I think I know where we're going with this one.
Both.
Well, exactly. For us, yeah. I mean, you saw what we did with the Mad Ass. We had a totally different gear ratio. We had a different front sprocket and a different rear sprocket on the Mad Ass because we wanted the butter zone at 70 miles per hour. So this bike,
Repeat that again. Where was the butter zone?
the butter zone for the Mad Ass was 70 miles per hour.
70 miles
Yeah,
an hour.
that was our butter zone.
125 cc
Butter
horizontal
zone.
motor.
Yeah. The butter zone meant we could get it up to 75, but at 70, everything was happy. Like
The
it's
butter zone.
Yeah, and we
I
were
live
getting
my life
fairly
in the butter zone.
we were getting fairly decent miles per gallon.
The butter zone.
Yeah, take you to the butter zone. You know, people live in the danger zone. We live in the butter zone. But
There's supposed to be a new Top Gun coming out.
well, yeah, and
It's hard to fly a jet with a walker.
he's the best preserved 60-year-old on planet Earth.
Hurry up
Yeah.
and get out there and snap up the GPZ 1100.
Oh yeah, well no, I think he wrote a GPZ 250 in the movie, and they just put 900 stickers on the
Oh,
side.
really?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. It might have been a 500,
Do you
but
think the new Top Gun's going to have a new bike? What's it going to be?
oh, it's gonna be. He's gonna ride another bike. Look,
Is it
if
gonna be
Tom
an
Cruise.
H2?
It is.
Tom Cruise rides a bike.
Oh, it is.
Every
Oh, it's got to be an
single
H2.
movie. Yeah.
It's got to be an H2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He rides in every movie.
But I
Yeah.
think he still has the old bike in the movie too.
Oh, really?
Like he kept it in his garage or something. Like his, yeah.
I want those tires that he had in like Mission Impossible 2 that go from street tires
yeah.
to
Oh, okay, all right.
knobbies.
yeah.
I mean, there must be a button on that bike. You push it and the knobbies
saw
pop
it,
out.
yeah.
That wouldn't be hard, though, if you made them like belly buttons so that at lower pressure, the little knobbies went in.
Oh yeah.
But then when you increase the pressure, the knobbies popped out.
Yeah, but you don't want
John
pressure for
Michael
off
Fresh
road.
belly button
Well,
I mean,
tire.
you need to announce it. There you go.
I'm just saying.
I have a belly button.
Okay, so
If I
you
eat a lot of
have
food, it doesn't pop out.
no. Now we have to go double bladder. So you have an inner
Bladder
tube.
belly button.
There's a bladder. So you have the tire inflation bladder, which adjusts your tire inflation. But then you have a second bladder that only connects all the
belly button bladder.
belly
The
buttons.
belly button bladder.
So that when you inflate that one, that's when all the knobs pop out.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is a multi-million-dollar idea, free to all podcasters.
Belly button bladders,
For
butter zone.
Should
We'll
Folks,
save
you heard it
that
here,
for
folks.
the quantum leap people.
Oh yeah, exactly. When
What's
I
that thing
was
called?
in when I was in Ontario, I saw a genius invention that is built-in crampons.
I thought
So-
you were talking about poutine, but
Krampuses?
No, built-in crampons. So you know when you go to somewhere and it's icy, they have these things you put on your shoes that are basically snow chains for your shoes. They're called crampons. All right, and they make them in every different level of violence.
Not the things that block up your plumbing.
No, exactly. So crampons are basically tire chains for your feet. And while we were in Montreal or maybe Quebec,
So not
we saw these
spikes.
boots that had built-in crampons.
Oh.
So if you flip them one way, they're like a U-shaped piece of plastic built into the tread of the boot. And if you flip them one way, there's actual metal spikes that are hitting the ice, so you can walk like a normal person. And if you flip them the other way, the metal spikes go up towards your feet and are safely hidden away.
You can retract.
They can retract. So like a cat's retractable claws. And I was like, that's fucking genius, man. Because like literally they're built into normal shoes. Like, and you just reach down on your foot and you flip them over, and now you got ice.
That's pretty cool.
Literally, studded
spikes.
and they
snow
don't
tires.
look goofy. They look
No,
like
no, they look like
normal
regular shoes, and they
Very
put them
nice.
in. There were like all kinds of different shoes that had these things, and I was just stuffed. I was completely blown away by how genius it was, because everywhere we walked around in Montreal or in Quebec City was just icy as fuck. I mean, you're right on the water. It's 12 degrees Fahrenheit, not science. Frankenstein.
crampons.
Motherfucking crampons built into the fucking boots. That's smart. And you could have like tires that were built in snow chains. built into your fucking snow tires. Genius. Anyway, you look at it. So anyway.
No, good little sidebar. Thank you.
Yeah. So Tom Cruise motorcycles GPZ 900 was what in 1986 most powerful motorcycle you could buy?
Oh, wow.
GPZ 900. And now H2, probably not the most powerful, but quick.
Were they calling that a Ninja?
It was a Ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the GPZ 900 was definitely a Ninja.
Was it both names? Was it not GPZ 900?
I think it was.
Everything
Yes. I think it was all of the letters.
Yeah.
It was like it's a GPZ 900
There
Ninja
was a-
RRRRR.
There was a kid, my oldest brother's age, who bought one brand new right out of the box. And motherfucker,
Oh, really?
I mean, he would ride wheelies for hours. Like, my brother and his friend had the XR 650s, and they were they could do wheelies and everything. But he would go, and for years, I mean, he was like the wheelie king. He rode the,
Yeah.
and then one day, at 100 and some plus mile an hour, he ran off the road.
Oh,
and then,
fuck.
Yeah, wiped
Yeah.
out. Didn't kill himself. Several pins, everything. He has like one solid leg from the hip down.
Oh, really?
No more. They cut his knee out and just made it all one solid thing.
Ooh, that's painful.
And that was like the first
That's terrible.
superbike crash that resonated throughout the whole area.
You know what's weird? People adapt to stuff, and I remember back in the squid days, like I'd be riding with the guys that were really good at wheelies,
Yeah.
and they'd be like on 2 doing a wheelie or something,
Yeah.
and they got so good that they'd loop it at 80,
Yeah.
and they'd like wait, and like the bike would be coming, and they'd just run, and they'd somehow run
What?
the crash off and roll into the grass. They'd get up and it'd be
You
fine.
cannot run it off at 80 miles an hour.
Dude,
You got a Nurato run.
No, but it's like it was. I mean, it might not have been 80, but like literally, like these dudes were crashing at like highway speeds.
At 80, okay, so let's think 80 mile an hour. You come off. You could probably get like kind of dance on the ground. You're gonna slam the ground at a certain point, but you
yeah,
might get a
yeah.
few
That's-
like
yeah.
whoa.
No, but that's the
No,
thing.
but
These
if you had
dudes were.
Teflon on your soles, you could just slide.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
sure.
No, but it was amazing to see. Like these guys had no helmets, no jackets, no anything. I'm like, this dude's
They had furry
fucking dead.
tanks, though.
They had furry
Oh,
tanks,
yeah.
and like couple steps, they'd roll into the grass, they'd tuck. They they didn't leave their arms out. They'd jump up and they'd have bruises and a little road rash. And they'd be
Tommy
like, wow.
Bishaha. That was
His name?
Tommy
Yeah.
Bishaha.
I never understood the whole point of wheelies and the squid thing. I'm like an old guy, I guess, but like
You're an old guy.
every bike can do it.
And I remember my brother.
I was gonna say-
Like I don't get the point.
I have no problem wheeling a 125 buddy. The trick is to make it look good, like to make the wheelie be a nice wheelie as opposed to just a garbage wheelie. Like anybody can make a.
Well,
yeah,
that
right.
might be a little
Yeah.
more, but like when you have like a
Yeah.
600cc crotch rocket, we
Yeah.
all know it can wheel and we all know it can go 100 miles an hour in a blink of an eye. We get it. Okay,
Oh, my
next
God.
party trick.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's wheeling through
The
traffic.
perfect place to wheelie a 125 buddy was
Old man. I know.
going into the parking lot right across the street from the old shop, and you'd go up the ramp
Hit
into
that
the
bump.
parking lot.
Yeah.
But then there was
a dip.
There was a dip.
Oh,
so when you
fuck
came
me.
to the top of that, you just
Best
give it a little
wheelies
bit
ever.
more, and
Yeah.
it's just like whoa.
You could ride a wheelie on a buddy about 45, 50 feet at our old shop because it was exactly what he was talking about. The apron for the ramp into the parking lot was fucking perfect, and then there was a little depression after it due to like asphalt.
Well, there was a
not
drain
being-
there. There
right,
was like a little drain
yeah.
right there. So you just like
And you'd hit that depression, the bike would drop, the motor and your fat ass would drop, but that front wheel would just get lighter. And you'd be like, oh, this is going to look so good for the people at the bakery. It's like, I'm going to get a free fucking cookie. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. I was convinced that wheelies would make girls' pants fall off. Like, that was my motivation for learning wheelies.
no, you got to have a guitar for that.
I know. I couldn't play guitar, so I had to learn how to wheelie. So that was it. Yeah.
I thought it was loud pipes.
Loud pipes. Loud pipes have never made a girl's
Thought
pants
it's
fall
like
off.
millions of dollars.
Yeah, millions of dollars. It turns out you can be a really fat, ugly dude with millions of dollars. Yeah,
That'll do
you
it.
don't need to wheelie.
That's one
Here's
of the.
ideas. We'll get her in the butter zone, huh?
Yeah,
Yep.
the butter zone. That's it.
That's one of the few dude myths that actually holds up. Like some guys think rims, cars,
Right.
none of that matters. But Steve nailed it. If you have a few mil,
Yeah, you get a few million. Yeah, that's
that'll do it.
exactly it. Yeah, yeah,
That
that's
smooths
fair.
a lot of things over.
You show up in a helicopter, you're probably gonna get laid. Yeah, that's
Just talk like, yeah, I don't have a job. I just run my dad's businesses and stuff
Oh.
like that. Take care of his properties.
So on to the next bike. Da-da-da. At the Benelli, so this is going to be the competitor. So the competitor
been
to
away
that
for you?
is the
135?
Benelli TNT 135. Now, same trellisy idea, right? Except for like the trellisy frame on the Benelli TNT 135 is a little more lithe, a little more narrow, whereas it's not as girthy as the trellis frame on the SSR Razkol.
Nice red.
Gorgeous color. Yeah,
Ducati
gorgeous color
red.
bike. Yeah, and
Red line rims.
and I love that stainless steel exhaust with the dual pea shooter, the dual.
Sexy.
I thought it would be louder, but as you said, that can underneath might need.
There's a giant fucking collector underneath. This thing needs a fucking boxectomy like nobody's business. It does. It just is very, very choked out. So the difference, though, is this is not a horizontal motor. This is a
Does
more.
that actually have a? It almost looks like it has a catalytic converter.
I'm sure it does. I'm certain it does.
Being fuel injected?
Yeah, I mean, it has a lambda sensor coming in off of the left on the left side.
Sure does.
It's a single cylinder.
So you
it's
got to cut everything off from there all
Yeah.
the way to back to there.
Yeah, I think that we're going to find like most of these bikes that are this small size that once you just the fact this thing is going to live in open loop its whole life. People who know about fuel injectors, it's just the way it's going to run. And if you get rid of that giant collector and you just make a pipe, a pass pipe that goes from that, the header into the mufflers.
I was surprised how quiet it
It's
was.
very quiet.
It was a little bit disappointing.
A little too quiet. It has an oil cooler, pretty rowdy, pretty cool. It does have 4 valves, which I did check to make sure there were actually 4 of them. There are 4 of them.
So it's a twin cylinder, though.
No, it's a single cylinder.
4 valves in a single cylinder.
You got it, baby.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very much
Very sophisticated.
well. It's very much like there's another company that's got 5 letters and starts with an H that has that exact same motor in it.
I can't
Yeah,
imagine.
I can't even imagine who we're talking about.
KTM?
I know. Husaberg. No, way too many letters.
So, but this is not a horizontal motor.
No, this is a vertical motor. So this is a motor you have seen before if you've ever seen anything that has like, I don't know, the initials C and B and R in front of it. They do make that motor in other markets. We don't get them here.
It does have a sight glass.
It definitely has a sight glass instead of a dipstick. Some fun stuff about this motor is it is 10.6, according to its own digital tachometer. 10.6 is the limit. It will not let you go past there. It does give you a spark interrupt. And so it will give you that.
Found
It'll sing you the song of its people. Yeah, so it'll give you that. Yeah. That's when you shift, by the way. And you can shift it at that, and it's totally happy with it. Remarkably good third gear, 50 miles per hour, and you have 2 gears left. And top speed indicated on this trip, mind you, worst conditions possible. Brand new bike, bad weather, fat rider. Top speed indicated 70 miles per hour, 63.7 indicated, or 63.7 GPS. Pretty goddamn good.
Yeah.
Not too shabby for a 135. Turn signals, LED turn signals built into the back of the bike that are sexy
I love
as
those. I know, that's just
Oh,
noticing.
they're so good.
They're built in?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
built in,
I
and when you
noticed that earlier.
when you
Underneath
flash
the
them,
rear seat,
it looks
yeah.
good. Like
Yeah.
the whole back of that bike is dead
It looks
sexy.
sexy.
And the quality is really, compared to like the Rascal or my Grimm or something, the quality is 1,000 times
The
better.
calipers are gorgeous. The lighting clusters beautiful. The turn signals are nice. The welds look fantastic. I mean, this is a bike that fucks me over as like, fuck it, it's China, I hate it.
It's like a mini Ducati, man.
It does look like a mini Ducati.
Does it have enough support on the back for a
Well, I mean, they put a pad back there and they put
Yeah.
pegs. Now, the suspension is the way it came out of the box,
yeah.
which for me solo at 200 pounds was okay. The front suspension is fully adjustable too, so that's
I mean,
nice.
the brackets for those passenger pegs look
Yeah.
like you'd find on any full-size
They do,
bike.
and the passenger
Right.
pegs themselves are really nice. They got a ball end to them. They're cool. The gauge is perfect. It's beautiful.
all aluminum.
Yeah, and we did talk about the gas tank being 3 gallons on the Razkol. And I keep saying Razkol. I got to remind people that's spelled wrong. So if you're looking this shit up, it is R-A-Z as in Z, Razkol, K-U-L-L. So it's like skull, but with a Z.
Razkol.
Razkol 125.
Okay.
And I hope that's taking a shot at the Grom, because the Grom is like a Grom is a little guy who wants to be a surf guy someday. So like the kid that hangs around the surfers is called a Grom, like all the little Groms. They were like gromming around. And so the Rascal is like, it's a Rascal. It's like another cute little thing. Whereas the Benelli just said, fuck it, TNT 135.
What's a rascal hanging around?
Well, I don't know. It's a Rascal.
My ball sack.
West side.
The Klingons,
I've got some rascals hanging around my ball
the
sack.
Klingons around your anus.
Both bikes have kind of nice looking wheels.
It does have
Sorry,
nice
didn't
looking
say
wheels.
like
It has
that.
nice looking wheels. The calipers are good. The brakes will put you over the fucking handlebars.
Really?
Again, tires built by who fucking knows what the name of that company
Flung
is.
poo.
God, just another one of just
Drum
the
machine?
fucking tires are just I don't even know. They're round and black, and at 46 degrees in the absolute rain, I didn't die. So
They hold air.
they apparently are sufficient. I didn't do any aggressive cornering because, again, the bike's got 0 miles on it. So I'm waiting until we at least clean the tires off. But the drivability, the bike riding is fucking great. And I like the seat being a little higher. It gives me a little more room. Now, on this one, there's a little bit of a hump between the driver's seat and the passenger seat. And that's where you put your exhaust port. So you slide your body back until your exhaust port is right on that strap. And when your exhaust port's on that strap, your knees go right in where those lions are printed on the side. The lions that are going, rawr, with just one hand.
Just
rawr,
barely,
Just
yeah.
barely. Rawr. Right. I'm like,
I
think they-
feel like there's some more. You say they're lions, but I feel like they're more like an Asian cartoon beast kind of thing. Is what I'm seeing there, but I could be wrong.
It's the Benelli logo is a laurel. It's a laurel wreath. So if you look at the gas tank on the 302S, I present you with this laurel and hearty handshake.
The smallest little sticker possible.
It is right. It's and bless them, they didn't clear coat over that shit either because that's coming off fast.
But look at the clutch cover on it. It looks like very nice.
The clutch cover's baller. So there's a number of things. So the quick thing about the TNT that I'd like to give it its props. One, it wheelies like a happy fucking camper. The TNT is a very happy fucking cohort. It is there for you if you want to do wheelies on a 135. Sit on the Benelli TNT and give it a healthy dose of rim.
Okay, so
Yeah.
fuel injected,
Yeah.
5 gears.
Yeah. Spade. Kimco is known for naming bikes weird. Ordering even for the winter. Spades don't sell so fast, so the bike's called a Kimco Spade. Kimco is known for naming bikes weird for the winter. Spades don't sell so fast, so the bike's called a Kimco Spade. Kimco is known for naming bikes weird. Spades don't sell so fast, so the bike's called a Kimco Spade. Kimco is known for naming bikes weird. They had the Kimco People. Spades don't sell so fast, so the bike's called a Kimco Spade. Kimco is known for naming bikes weird. They had the Kimco People, which was very awkward if you tried to buy a black People, or
a black spade.
a yellow People.
They don't make one.
They make brown, like metallic brown
Oh, they
spade,
make a brown spade.
and they make a flat black spade.
That's awful.
I know, exactly. They didn't consult anybody before they named that fucking bike. But the Spade does go. I've got the Spade, which is fuel injected.
Right.
I've had the Spade up to an indicated and real world 70 miles per hour because the Spade speedometer is dead balls accurate. So that's interesting. Gotta love the Spade. Now the Spade though looks like a Bonneville.
Yeah.
So it looks like a 60% scale Bonneville. Whereas these things don't. These things look like little Ducatis.
I remember we were looking at
Little
that
monsters.
the brown spade. We thought we wanted to do the orange and make it look
Yes.
like a KZ.
Yeah.
It would look like a KZ. You're right. A single cylinder KZ. So it is a little bit of a shame to not bring up the Spade because the Spade really is a really fucking good bike. And we knew that when we were running it against the Groms, when we would go on rides with Groms there, the Spade always did really well. And the Spade's a 150, of course. And the Spade comes in at $31.99. So it's $500 more.
Right.
So $500 more than the TNT. Oh, now we got a problem because I don't know where I sit on the whole Spade versus TNT thing because. Oh, and they did raise the price on the Spade too. Fuck,
Tariff stuff?
fuck, man! Look at that. No, because the Spade comes from Taiwan. There's no tariff.
Oh.
So the Spade is $33.99 now.
Spade's a good looking bike.
It is a good-looking bike, but it is
Not as good as that.
it's a baby Bonneville.
But
it doesn't look.
in the $33.99 bracket.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's my problem. So the Spade 150i, $33.99. It's a solid what, $700 more?
And look at the forks. The forks on this one look like a GSXR
Yes.
little baby.
Right,
You know, and
exactly.
The Spade still has that
It's a shame that
1970.
the Cameron is not here because
Right.
he's got his Z125.
He's got a Z125. Right. Yeah.
I'm sure he would
Everyone
want
get
to talk a
together
lot
for a
about this
Oh
one.
no, there'll be a shootout. Like this is exactly it. The only thing that's encumbering our whole world right now is what fucks us over always is timing.
Rain.
So
Fucking weather.
no, I mean we get Cameron here. I'll order a Spade in.
We got a monkey bike. We got
Right.
a 125.
Yeah, we could
We know
our
people
group
with
right here.
Groms. We know people
Oh my
with.
god.
We
Yeah,
know people.
we know people. We could have a pocket bike shooter, or what do they call it? A mini bike shootout.
Pocket rockets.
Yeah, we could do that and
no,
do it.
Don't call it that.
I got a pocket rocket for you right here. Just no. There's some things I won't let.
One thing that
There's
I'm
something
curious
I
about.
won't allow.
So the Benelli has like fairings right around the gas tank.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of visualizing if you stripped it off, you'd see more of the trellis frame.
Okay. Yeah.
It could look kind of neat
Oh yeah. And you know that's
come
the
on,
thing
sir,
is
because it's just plastic. I don't think
the
it's
Spade is a
functional.
4-valve. So the Spade's 4 valves. The Spade's also single overhead cam. It's the same motor configuration. It's fuel injected. So it's very much the same motor configuration as that. The Spade, though, is a claimed 12 horsepower. So, you know, that Spade at 12 horsepower, that's pretty fucking serious. I mean, not for nothing. That's pretty rad. And I do give it, they quote 11.3 horsepower. So, yeah, does that make sense? Yeah, 11.3 horsepower versus 12. The Spade feels a little bit more powerful, and the Spade is 15 more cc's.
Yeah.
Right.
And 1 horsepower is huge in this game.
But the thing is, if I'm going to ride one of these things, which at 6'1" and 200 pounds, I'm going to look like a fucking tit no matter what I do. So I better look like a tit on a bike that is radically weird and wild than look like a tit on something that looks like half of a Bonneville.
Mini Ducati. This is like a little mini Ducati.
It does look like a mini Ducati, and it does. And it is very playful. The way it rides is very playful. The way the brakes work and suspension work, and they're totally adjustable, so awesome job.
And it just looks expensive.
It does look
unfortunately,
expensive,
the Spade
yeah.
doesn't look expensive.
No, the Spade doesn't look expensive. You're right. The Spade does not look expensive. The Spade looks like a Spade. I mean, if I pulled it up on the monitor, if anybody wants to look at the Spade, it looks like what it is. It's a standard. I mean, it's a retro
That
standard.
should be mounted to a little kiddie rod that you put a cord in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair game. Yeah,
Yep.
at Cedar Point, chasing a pole around in a circle.
I just don't.
exactly.
I don't get it. I think it's a pretty sharp looking bike.
No.
I think it's a very
Oh, it
basic
is.
looking bike.
It is. And
Basic,
it's
but
fun.
like in a
solid.
It has,
nostalgic kind of
but
way.
if you look at it
Nostalgia.
though, it messed up some things, like the spaces between the back wheel and the fender. There's things that make it look like a mini, but like that,
Right, yeah.
like if you put that at the right angle and took the 135 off and
Yeah.
said, "Hey,
You think it
look
was a
like,
600.
Yeah.
But is that what you're going for?
No.
You're already going to look ridiculous on no matter what. So who cares what you're going to look, like you said, like
Yeah.
a tit on anything.
Right,
So
exactly. Yep.
Since when do we care if we look ridiculous?
Exactly.
also,
Yeah.
have you looked at us?
Yeah.
In the looks department, we all are the Kimco Spade. Spacing's a little off.
No, but if the driver looks like a doofus and the bike looks
Speak
like
for
a
yourself.
doofus, you're double bad.
You're double down.
If the bike's halfway decent and you're a doofus, at least you got the bike going for you.
Yeah, that's true. And this,
You still don't have $1 million.
my friend Bob says, get chased by a better class of dog.
I'd like to say that Oscar looks fantastic.
Aw.
Glad to have him back.
Glad to have him back. We are glad to have Oscar back. Yeah, it was. We were missing our. Yeah,
Oh, thanks, Kevin.
it's okay. He came here like one half of the time.
I'm about ready to come.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
about ready to
true.
come over this
True.
table. I'm about ready to come over this table.
Yeah, no.
Come over to this table and
Hold back,
sort you
hold back,
right
hold
out.
back.
Nobody
Fries
talks
are
about my
tricky
Mexican
between
buddy that way.
Tires.
Some bottles there.
Kick a bottle, John. Just kick a fucking bottle. God damn it. Okay, so when and by the way, look at the picture of that goddamn thing. Even in white, it looks good.
And the pipes look a little hokey on the website, I think. In real life, they look really
Look
nice.
really good.
They do look really
I
nice.
thought it was going to be like the cheapest,
No.
dumbest looking thing. They
No,
look
they
pretty
look
sharp.
they look real nice.
They
in
look
person.
cool. I just wish they had a little more.
Well, again, there's that big black box on the bottom. It's got to go
Little
away.
more.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So this thing needs a tubing bender and a
Need some
catastrophic.
Brap. Need some brap.
Yeah, we got to get rid of that catastrophic converter
Super
and
annoying, like,
yeah, it'll be nice. And just keep what's there. Just bend the pipe and fix
We
it.
need a, like not brap, but more like a brap.
Yes.
Well, a little bike. You're not going to get a whole lot of brap out of that thing, but it does have it has the revs though.
It should be like.
Well,
a nice
yeah.
little
What,
crisp.
do you remember the Groms at Mid Ohio? They sounded
yeah.
like four wheelers.
Oh, they sounded great. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we can
Horrible
lift
seat,
it.
by the way, too.
All right, so on to the next one.
Yep, 302.
And now this bike is I've never seen one of these in person until I bought one. Okay, so there it sits.
Kind of looks small in the picture, though.
It does look small
It
in the
looks
picture.
way
They're
better
not-
in
it's not.
person.
in
Yeah,
person,
hell
it
yeah.
is not a little bike. And if you are looking at that frame and
Everybody's
you're going,
talking shit about the seat.
that's the frame of the
On the next
that
one.
is the frame of the E6. That is the E6N Ninja.
yeah.
I mean, that's a 650. That's a 650 Ninja frame or a 650 Versus frame or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that is that single freaking shock, and it is not a dainty flower.
It looks
but
good.
so here's the thing: it's 408 pounds. They call it dripping wet, which, by the way, is only 7 pounds heavier than the Suzuki GSXR 250.
That doesn't feel bad.
No, it doesn't, and that's a twin.
Proportional to it.
Well, that's
Yeah,
a twin, and the
yeah.
Suzuki's a single. So, I've got to tell you that at a 302 twin, as that is, liquid cooled.
There is no padding in that seat.
No, the seat
the
is
seat-
awful. The
I mean,
seat.
it fits.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, but there's
Don't you feel that the pegs are a little bit...
I rode
back?
it. I rode it for about an hour and a
the
half.
pegs don't go back
Yeah.
to me,
Yeah.
Oscar.
Yeah.
They could. Half the time on my bikes, I'm riding with my feet up.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's interesting about this is 300 cc's, and this is 4 valves per cylinder, obviously.
Not bread.
This is 37 and a half horsepower. That's pretty freaking solid. There's no getting away from that. Is
My
a
benchmark for horsepower is the CX500, which is a twin-cylinder V-twin, liquid-cooled, puts out about 45.
yeah. So they usually
So-
say 100 horsepower per liter is a
So this
real
is
good
doing
place to
pretty
be.
good. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's a big thing, and it is a big. I mean, this is a big deal,
And
and
this is liquid-cooled.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so comparing it to other things that would be in its class, we happen to have in the building today, we have a Suzuki GSXR 250. So it's actually a GSX 250R. Where you put the R means everything with Suzukis, by the way. And the base price of that Suzuki is $48.99. And this is what's interesting is the Suzuki at $48.99, it does weigh like 7 pounds less. It's still a single overhead cam parallel twin. So the motor it's still a parallel twin. They're both twins. So it's a twin versus a twin.
But when you touch it,
Yeah. But then when you sit on
when I
it,
sit on it,
right.
all that little spongy feeling like a steak goes away.
That's it. And that is, I think the seat is the real downfall of that. I think that
Stitching, I like the red stitching.
Yeah.
It looks quality. I mean,
it looks great. And all the parts, the brakes are quality, triple disc brakes. There's so many things on that bike that are fantastic.
the finish on the tank. I mean, the
Suzuki
paint looks good.
swing arm is cheesy.
The Suzuki swing arm is a disaster. A vertical shock
These
that
Benelli
doesn't
stickers
fit
are on
right.
top of the clear coat. You can pull those off and put something if you wanted to do.
Yeah.
You make them nicer or something.
Right, or just make them not be there. But if you had a problem with those being there, but the Suzuki costs $600 more, so it's $600 more to buy the bike, but you don't get the upside down forks. A lot of the quality of the components is actually lower on the Suzuki when I was looking at them part for part, item for item. The suspension is clearly inferior. This has adjustables front and rear in every possible way. And this bike is nicer. Like, I just went across them part for part.
Suspension is Benelli. It's proprietary. It's not somebody's.
Oh,
not
this-
Boland's or anybody.
Yeah, it's all, I mean, I'm sure it comes from the Chinese version of Showa, or whatever, or Pattern, whoever it is. But it has the right preload. It has all the adjustments you'd want to see.
It looks good.
It looks good,
I mean, I
right?
don't know
They've
if-
managed to fool me into thinking it's quality, whatever that means. So it's very interesting that for about a $600 difference, you're picking up a fairly good amount of horsepower.
And I like the naked bike. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have, it's the trellis frame. It's not. It doesn't have all the fairing. It's
Yep.
a GSXR or whatever. It's,
Right.
it's like a naked bike.
Yeah, and I've got the GSXR sitting right back there. So if you want to go back and forth between the bikes, I got to say, going through them, looking at the castings of the wheels, looking at the forks, looking at the suspension.
I like its little minimal exhaust fixture.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How does it sound?
It sounds.
I tried to start it. I couldn't
No,
get
we
it to
got a
start.
battery out of it.
I
Right
couldn't
now.
try to start it. I tried to start
Yeah,
it.
the battery's out of it. So
I kicked it a couple times.
yeah, it wasn't doing anything. So it's an interesting bike, and we didn't do the TNT 600. We didn't do the inline 4. It just wasn't something we were interested in. We want to see how this works first. So the 302, again, for a China bike, but looking at the Suzuki, looking at all the other bikes that are players, they're half China, half Thai. So we didn't find a player that was actually from Japan. Everybody we found was Thailand and China or China.
It's hot.
Well, yeah, the China-Thailand combination is pretty powerful right now. So yeah, we don't know what the game is.
That
but
looks like you make that bike look big.
it actually, yeah, right. And that's the thing about that bike. Dimensionally, I was comparing it to the Honda 500, and so it is very similar to the Honda 500. The power output is also pretty similar to the Honda 500.
On par.
Yeah. So
What tire size are those?
17s.
Okay.
Yeah, they're traditional 120 in the front, and I think it's a 150, not a 170 in the back, but yeah, or maybe a 170.
Did you say something? What tires were those? Those were at.
So that's what's hilarious. I was going to bring that up, but the fucking thing ships with Pirelli Angels on it. So I've got a lot of miles on Pirelli Angels. In fact, that was Merritt's tire of choice on our SV650, and I love Angels. I think they're one of the best tires you can buy, and that thing ships with Angels on it. So. Fuck, man. And the caliper.
Right.
Yeah, and the caliper is a fucking Brembo 386 if ever I've seen one.
With
And
Benelli on the side of it.
It's printed Benelli on the side. And, with Brembo, Brembo does make shit all over the world. It's not just an Italian company. They're a pattern company.
There are plenty of American cars that probably have some Brembo.
There's a lot of stuff that has Brembo stuff, and I recognize that brake caliper from many different motorcycles. So it's a good bit of kit. So that I like it. I think it's a great looking bike, and I'm pretty impressed with it for the price point. Now here's what I'm going to tell you guys. Everyone's going to run right out to their dealers, and they're going to go, okay, well, I can beat that, right? And here's a dealer, and I think I've been straight with everybody who listens to the podcast, straighter than most dealers would be. And if you're going to negotiate with your dealer, I'm going to tell you, you're probably going to make an enemy. It's not going to end well for you. There's no fucking margin on these bikes. Nobody's getting rich on this shit. If you go in and you try to haggle with somebody and you're buying a bike that is not shitting you, $19.99, and you try to haggle, if that guy shows you the fucking door in the most expeditious way possible, I'm going to say good on him. If he tells you to go fuck your fucking chapeau, insert dick into fucking ear hole and go at it. Because it is not, there's no margin on these things. Like, part of buying stuff cheap is there's no fucking profit.
That's why they're cheap.
That's why they're cheap, man.
It's on the volume, right?
Yeah, when people go in, they're like, "Oh, well, I negotiated $20,000 off my fucking Bentley." Yeah, but you started with a Bentley, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You started with a Rolex. You started with nothing but margin. You want to talk about margins? Talk about jewelry and watches. That shit is nothing but margin. You are paying the asshole tax.
Phil told me I could have this at his cost at $5,600.
Yeah, my cost is 14 higher.
Really?
14 Hondo higher. But but looking at this stuff, and I mean,
What is the price on this? I didn't know.
so which one?
The
302.
302.
The 302. So the 302 is $42.99.
Okay,
So the 302 is
Very
$42.99.
reasonable.
that's
Yeah.
respectable.
Yeah, and the thing with that is, I've looked at a whole bunch of bikes in the market to see what's comparable to that $42.99, and when you're kind of popping around of all the bikes, you're going to look at stuff that's also not from America. You're going to look at stuff that's
Didn't
not
a German
from.
company make a bike in the 300 capacity?
They did the Katum. The Austrians did that. But here's one that I think is a more.
What's the price on that?
Well, look at this one here that's
Okay.
coming up on the screen, because this is a bike that is actually from the same country.
That's one hell of a bike. Who did that?
We have to take off the scrambler shit because that would be extra. But the base price, though, is $45.99. So when we're talking about the genuine G400C, right? So the genuine G400C is a bike that we all know, and we've had it here for a while. It's a 400cc bike, And so we're very, very familiar with it. It's not something that's surprising to us. When you think about the price of these things, the Benelli at 300cc with a parallel twin, fuel injection, and 4 valves per cylinder, it's
cooled.
pretty fucking tasty. So it's $300 less than the genuine, and the numbers are all better. Like, and again, it's a sport bike. It's not a classic retro. So because it's not a classic retro, it is in a different camp, and it's going to be different. You know, pricing obviously is going to be different.
They have spared no Benellis on that bike. There is Benelli everywhere you look.
Yeah,
Benelli,
they've put Benellis all over it. They do want you to know who you're buying. But yeah, when you look at $45.99 for a genuine G400C, that's a single cylinder. That's, you know, your venerable Honda.
Air cooled.
Yep, air cooled, exactly. Yeah. So, and you're going to notice that's a rear drum brake.
Yeah.
You know, that's not upside down forks. That's not adjustable suspension.
I guarantee that thing would eat that fucking
Well, of course,
bike's lunch, right?
absolutely. So, and when you ride it, you know instantly
I
that
still like that bike.
the 302S.
Well,
is,
I like that bike too. But
again, that Benelli looks like the Kawasaki Ninja E650N. It looks like 15 other bikes.
It looks like a $7,000, $8,000 bike.
It looks like a lot of different bikes, but it doesn't have the throwback. It doesn't have the character of a Standard. It doesn't have the character of a G400C. It doesn't have the character of a Moto Guzzi.
apples and oranges.
Yeah.
Right. It's exactly it.
Different look.
It's Steve's and John's.
Yes, it is Steve's and John's. So, like, when you start looking at stuff like that,
I thought we were both apples.
We're both assholes.
that I don't like doing it because it's China, and I don't like playing this game right now. But I've decided that I'm going to do it because I just can't fucking ignore it. Back to the pricing stuff. If you go into your dealer and your dealer is charging you, you know, I think on their website they specifically say what the shipping is. I'm almost positive they do. And if you take a look at, here you go. There's a destination charge, but there's no shipping. So that's what they do on their. That's the way that SSR handles things, is they have an actual destination charge. Now, your mileage may fucking vary, man. I've dealt with a lot of dealers for a long time. They put the destination charge right in the description of the bike. So it says on the SR170, it says it's $23.79 with an $80 destination charge. Okay, well that's cool.
So you as a dealer, that's supposed to be a nice little chunk of cheese you can collect.
No, it's fucking not. So I'll bring you. I'm gonna walk you right around the block on this shit. So you look at the Rascal. So the Rascal 125 is $19.99, and they talk about destination charge of $160. Here's what I'm going to tell you: the shipping on that bike is going to be more than $160. The shipping.
Well, who's going to pay that?
The dipshit who ordered it.
Oh,
Me.
my goodness.
All right? Because the truck drivers, despite this, after 19, almost 20 years in business, the truck drivers, they will not get paid in hand-holding, reach-arounds, blowjobs in the alley. The truck drivers still want to get paid in real cash goddamn money.
I thought that's why you had James.
Yeah, I know. That's right. That's his whole job.
If you're listening out there.
Handy in the alley. Yeah, that's every truck driver that shows up. So different motorcycles. We deal with a lot of different bikes. And when you get into these SSRs, on the small bikes, you can't order just one of them. And that's a bite in the dick. So if somebody comes into your shop and goes, hey, that little 70cc over there, that little adorable little fucking bike you got for $819, I don't want the white one. I want the orange one. Oh, fuck you, pal. What do you mean? Well, I have a white one. I ordered a whole goddamn Skittles rainbow of fruit flavors for your dumbass, and you had to ask for the one combination I don't have because psychology says you're going to be a dick no matter who you are or where you are. It's just what humans do.
Well, would it be in your interest to buy like 6 or 7 sets of plastic and have them here and be like, we'll get one tomorrow for you?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because the only other alternative is ordering them in,
smart.
not 1, not 2, but 3 at a time.
So you can't say, hey, can you send me one?
Yeah, you can. You're going to take it in the ass on the shipping. So you're going to pay the same shipping on that 1 unit as you would on 3.
Can you pick them up from somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah. California stand.
Fuck.
That's the only port of entry.
Yeah, that's where they come in. So,
Makes sense.
right. Yeah.
You know
There again, it's always California or
that's where
Texas.
they're coming from.
Right. All right. So,
Coming from California?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
these bikes come from California.
So here's the game. Don't be shocked if your dealer puts an extra scoop of F&I on top of every fucking bike he sells. It could happen. You might see shit like shipping. You might see shit like assembly. Here's what I will tell you. The smaller the crate a bike comes in, the fuckered you are building it, prepping it, getting it out of the box. Royal Enfields, if you had 3 hours into a Royal Enfield, you were good. If you could do a Royal Enfield from tip to tail in 3 hours,
Pain in the butt.
you're my guy.
These should be coming in twin packs.
Yeah, yeah, right. Well, these things, they come in so tiny. It's it's wheels off, it's handlebars off. The crates these things come in are hilarious. I should have kept one of them. They're tiny. They look like luggage.
Card tables or
No, way smaller. No, the crates that these smaller bikes come in are super tiny. In fact, they come 3 to 5 to a skid. Right. So yeah, 3 to 5 to a skid. So when they tell you that it says, okay, don't get pissed if you go to your dealer and you go, well, I got the Rascal, man. It's $19.99, and I'm going to get the 160 destination charges on the website. That's all I'm paying. Nah, dude. Expect to pay a little bit more. Expect to pay some prep. Expect to pay a little bit on top of that. You'll have title and shit there too, and tax, whatever. But don't expect to get out of there for $19.99 plus $160. I know that's what it says on the website. I'm going to tell you, don't expect it. Probably not going to get it. The margins on these things are super tight. If the dealer wants to stay in business, you better be in there fast. Don't break his fucking dick. Don't be in there for like 4 hours. I'm going to pretend to not be interested in this bike and then buy it. You know what?
You could fit one of these in a Moto Compo.
Yeah, you could. And this is the kind of thing that you should buy it fast. Like, if you're going to buy one of these, buy it quick. Don't waste your dealer's time. Just go in and buy the fucking thing because he's not making any money on it. And I don't say that often about most of these bikes, but on this particular line of bikes, there's not a lot of fucking meat on this thing. There's a lot of bone, not much meat. So just be careful when you're buying them. Again, if you see some dealer that's lowballing you, be fucking careful. Because any dealer's like, oh, look, I'm selling these things at, $18.99 or $17.99. Be advised, there's going to be an invoice as long as your fucking arm. Because they're going to charge you for everything. Oh, tire disposal fee, battery disposal fee on the front end. I see dealers do that. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And it shit happens. People are like, well, what do you mean? Well, I'm selling you a battery, and the state says I got to charge you a battery disposal fee. So there's a $20 battery disposal fee or a tire disposal fee on the front end. Fuck that. Watch out for that kind of shit. So most of the time, I'm looking at the bikes. I'm telling you, at $19.99, the Rascal's a fucking steal. And at $26.99, the TNT 135 is a fucking steal. And if it wasn't, I wouldn't have the shit sitting here. I mean, I'm not telling you to do anything I haven't done already to the factor of 13. So, before I make you do it, before I ask you to do it, I've done it myself. And they're pretty fun. I think this is going to be the year of being stupid.
Mission accomplished.
I think we've got 2020. 2020 ends in a fucking hip cast. Sorry, Steve. Yeah. I mean, looking at the events, looking at the shit we have lined up, and looking at this silly nonsense, this is it. I mean, we've all been dicking around. We've all dicked around with little tiny dirt bikes. We all dicked around with CTs and stuff like that, and CLs and everything else.
This is some next level shit.
This is some next level shit. I have a really, really good feeling about this. It's going to be a fun Mid-Ohio.
I don't think ice racing's happening.
Well, no. I think
no.
I think the climate has said that's not happening.
That's not happening.
We were in fucking Ottawa where they have these big locks in Ottawa, and the locks freeze over and they ice skate on the river.
Sure.
And it's this giant, like, people ice skate to work. It's miles long.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
That sounds
And then they have huts there, and you can warm up and buy beer and liquor and stuff while you're ice skating to work. Right? So
Can you get pulled over for ice skating to work with beer?
No,
No.
I'm certain you can't. It's fucking
Fantastic.
Canada law, man. They give you some maple syrup and send you on your merry fucking way. But I practiced. I haven't ice skated in years, and I practiced. I went to Winterhurst Arena and got my shit. Went out there, and I was shuffling along the ice like I knew what I was doing. Got up to fucking Ottawa, and there's no goddamn ice. Jeez. What the shit, man? Yeah, that's not right. That's not Canadian.
That really sucked the wind out of your trip.
It did. We got up there and I was all ready to. I mean, we had everything. We had Blizzaks on the car. Warm pants in the trunk. Couldn't use any of that shit. So yeah.
Stay in the hotel room.
Fuck that. We had a lot of carrots though. And we fed those fucking animals like they've never been fed before at the fucking Omega Park. Game on. Do that. If you're up there and you're in Ottawa, immediately head east. Go to the Omega Park and feed those fucking caribou. They will appreciate your carrots. Yeah, go up there with at least 20 pounds of carrots. They'll think you're a fucking god.
Show me a little baby carrot.
Oh no! Carrot for carrot?
No, it's fantastic how many caribou you can get in the window of your car. So
Steve's nodding out.
Daniel just brought this up. The Segway, man. Look, the Segway is on fucking Indiegogo. So that's how Segway's doing this shit. That's how Elon Musk is dominating the stock market right now. You want to sell something? Put it on goddamn Indiegogo. So there's the Segway dirt bike, the Segway dirt e-bike. And if this doesn't look like fun, you're dead. This thing looks like a blast.
But wait, doesn't SSR make some electric
They do.
upgrades?
They got some electric shit. Yeah, they got some.
You're not going to delve into
shit.
that range?
Right. Oh, no, I have. We will get into that. There's more electric shit. Oscar sent me a link today.
They had a little electric quad runner. I thought was
Yeah,
kind
they
of
do. They had all
enticing
kinds of
for
cool shit.
Your first-time rider.
Yeah. These Segway dirt bikes are about $3,900.
Oh my god.
About 3,900 Freedom units. And the numbers on it are wild. This is a this is a trials bike. That's what this is. This is a fucking trials bike. There is no getting away from it. It is battery slides out, slide new battery in. Never have to stop riding ever.
Milwaukee style.
Yeah. And it looks like it is just suspension. This is a trials bike. I just want to look at it. I just want to appreciate the fucking welds of it. Yeah. It looks like it was made by a fucking artist. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Your battery's dead? Sure. Unplug it and give it a pull.
Still plugged.
Give her a tug. Oh, yeah. It's still plugged in, dipshit. Yeah. Oh, no. They're just demonstrating that. No, they forgot to unplug it. Unplug the yellow plug, dipshit. All right. But anyway.
All right. Stuck in a loop.
But 121 pounds. So 121 fucking pounds.
The Zero, though.
Yeah, well, of course, but that's silly because the Zero is 88 miles an hour, 272 pounds. It's a totally different animal. Yeah. This thing's a mountain bike. It's a heavy mountain bike. Yeah. It's a heavy mountain bike.
Street legal machine or is it an off-road machine?
Oh, that's not street legal.
Well, I'm just saying because the Zero, it's not.
The Zero's street legal. Right.
Oh, and that's where it stops being a comparison.
Exactly. The Zero's street legal. You can ride it on the street. It's $8,000.
But what's the rules about this in the bike lane? E-bikes are allowed in the bike lane.
Yeah, but e-bikes, nobody knows what the fuck's going on with e-bikes right now. Ask your congressman, ask your senator, ask your councilman. They don't have a fucking clue.
I'm telling you what, that thing right there, you could take it to any state park.
Yeah.
And they have a couple trail loops that, you might buzz past somebody taking a little walk with their kids, but they're not going to freak them out.
46 miles an hour,
as long as you tone it down when you go
range.
Past whatever the one or two people you're going to see out there in the woods, you'd be able to blast.
Pretend to pedal.
Pretend to, that's always, that's my game. And anytime I'm riding an e-bike and I'm riding somewhere I shouldn't be riding, and I know I'm like going way too fast and I pass law enforcement.
You pump your knees?
I always pump my knees.
You could get away with some murder.
You get away with murder, And that's 75 miles on a charge, 46 mile an hour top speed, right? Fucking cool. And give or take half the price of a Zero. It does half the shit of a Zero. It gives you about half the speed. It gives you about the range. But the whole idea of it is super crazy lightweight. This thing's a freaking jump bike. It's built to do shit I can't do. It's built to do all kinds of cool shit I can't do. And there's a lot of the e-bikes that are coming out right now that have similar numbers. I couldn't be happier. I mean, like, the idea of a bike that I could throw in the back of my truck or throw in the back of my van, silent.
Well, like, some of the wattage on the motor is like, 500 watts? No, that's nothing. I want a 2,600 watt motor.
It's true. It's absolutely true. And when you get into that stuff, they're saying on this thing, they claim 184 foot-pounds of torque. It is not You will not get that number. I mean, I deal with electric motors quite a bit. You're not going to get 184 foot-pounds of torque. The goddamn Zero SRF is 144 foot-pounds of torque. And it goes from 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds. You're not going to get 184. I don't know where they calculated that number, but...
Well, there's a star. So if you look, it's probably the e-bike foot-pounds of torque, which is like, it's like proof. It's like there's 80%.
It's proof, exactly.
So it's, you know.
It's some bizarre, uncalculable thing. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, look, you got a quick disconnect battery. The battery is multi-cell, the double A's. You know, so the battery is just stacks and stacks and stacks of double A's. It's not a pouch battery, so it's not going to give you, you know, they make a big deal about using the word, they throw the word Panasonic around like it's free. And that's fine, but it's not going to give you the same efficiency as like you're going to get out of the Zero. It's not going to give you the range that you're going to get out of the Zero. I like when they quote the numbers out for the Zero, they only give you the numbers from the Zero that is the 1 battery version of a Zero, not the 2 battery
Does
version.
Zero make a off-road only bike?
No, they don't. They make the MMX, which is the military version of the
yeah.
FX, which is off-road only. But but that's it.
So they don't really like to mention the fact that you don't really have an on-road title and you can't ride it on the road.
Guys are
So I
out.
woke
Cool.
up at 3 o'clock in the morning, so I gotta go.
Know that feeling. Have fun, guys.
You did a
Thank
good
you.
job.
Ciao.
Thank you
Yes.
for introducing us to all the cool bikes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, now we got to play with them, right? So that's the next step is going out and having fun. I like the way you're petting them on the way out.
See you soon.
Be good. Be good. Don't wreck, and don't die before I get the chance to come back and play with you.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right? Mm-hmm. Well,
So
I
who
tried
was it
pretty
that
good
brought us
today.
this good beer?
What? What's
The
that?
beer from Buffalo?
The beer was from Tim Gamble. Tim
Let's give him
Gamble.
another shout out. Thanks, Tim.
Tim.
All right.
I'm having a rusty chain on you, bro.
I got a rusty chain too, and
good.
I got to say the rusty chain
I like
is
the rusty,
goddamn delicious.
Easy drinking.
What is a Vienna style beer?
Delicious.
Well, I would say
know,
that
but
it's
it's good.
well. They say it's 5.2%, which is considerably lower than the Kolsch that I drank earlier.
It seems
But-
like it's a darker colored beer, but not really. It's
Yeah,
not a
I don't know.
porter. It's not a.
You know, if only we had a beer expert sitting at the
it's
table
like
with
a
us right
brown
now,
ale, is what
Dan.
almost what it seems to me.
Vienna Lager is more like an Oktoberfest.
Yeah. Okay. It is very tasty. Yeah.
I'm calling it like
delicious.
a brown ale. I think that's why it gets the rusty chain.
Okay,
rusty color,
I get
maybe?
the color idea. Interesting
Like
thing.
when you get a glass of water after they've cleaned out the fire hydrants.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
But again, thanks to you, man.
Yeah, right on, man. Tim Gamble he came into the shop and he was sad to find out that I was out of town
Oh, he
when he
visited?
showed
He
up.
came
Yeah,
into
so he
the
visited.
office?
So he showed up. But yeah, and if anybody does show up on a Friday night, if you give us a shout ahead of time, we do the podcast. Pretty much, we start at about 8 o'clock or so, and we
Fridays.
gather around 7 and kind of get our shit together and put up this elaborate assembly of stuff. Steve's been on the DL because of his hip, but he's been spending a lot of time on the internet. So he
Fucking
got us a new
slacker.
soundboard, and he got a laptop.
No,
and
this is
so-
officially ClevelandMoto stuff now.
Right, now
I'm
this
not
is it.
Yeah,
We
I'm
have
not
gear.
Yeah, this
So
is.
we have gear.
If I left tomorrow, this stays here.
Well, but the idea is by having more stuff, I think ultimately we're going to end up with a rig that's more together.
How are our Patreons doing?
We're doing really good, so I would happy to always tell people we've been getting fucking Patreons on the reg, and I couldn't be happier about it. We have been Chad Rosenboom. This is a guy.
Chad
Rosenboom. Chad Rosenboom decided that he wanted to be a party member,
All right.
a hotline member.
Let's do it.
Right. So, I mean, when people do this, what they're in touch with, or what they're maybe not aware of, is they're going to get a phone number. Okay, and I got a prize, man. I got a fucking winner. I got some shit you're not going to believe.
Did he send you a dick pic already?
Oh no. I'm going to read this to you.
Oh, boy.
Because I gave every single person who's a party member, a hotline member, I gave all of them the phone number to the bat phone. Okay? They all got the number. So they all got the number to the bat phone.
So Phil left, and he's going to get something.
Oh no, it's close, man. It's
Okay.
right chop. And it's right chop. And when I tell you guys how out of control this fucking text messages.
Phil has left the building. Oh, he's coming back. Here we
He's
go.
coming back.
Oh.
Pimp this because
Oh,
We
one
got
of
it.
our podcast listeners,
We've got a T-shirt.
Logo?
Mr. Huth, who was here, he visited us a few weeks ago in the podcast.
Huh.
How cool is that shirt?
yeah.
And it's not even black. So that
Oh,
is,
nice.
yeah, right?
That's
so
a nice looking shirt.
that is
Yeah.
a good looking shirt. I mean, that's a shirt
Cycles,
anybody would be
service,
proud to wear.
Parts, podcast.
And again, it's not black.
yeah.
So it is hard to do. It's very hard to do a not black.
I like the disco
Motorcycle
kind of
shirt?
font.
Yeah, I was very impressed with that. And that's one of those things that when you've got somebody who's talented, this is our buddy Greg Huth, right? Greg Huth. He was here at the podcast. He came in and he
It
submitted.
says Bitwell.
Yeah, it's definitely Bitwell.
Yeah.
And so he did the art on this shirt for us, and I couldn't be happier. So I love having kick-ass shirts, and Greg did that, and it's totally rad. So for people who
Shout
want
out to
that,
Greg.
shout out to Greg Huth. We've got him on the. If you go to our Cleveland Moto website and you go to the store section, these are $25 a piece. And these things are these are done in Cleveland. They're made in Cleveland on Fruit of the Looms. So yeah, you're not getting some Chinese made shit there.
That's a nice looking graphic.
Back on the bat phone?
What's that?
Have we ever called anybody back on the bat phone?
I thought that I thought I had tapped into somebody who was having a major psychological breakdown the other day.
I'd love to talk to them about that.
Oh boy, it was so wild that I actually thought that there would have to be an intervention, and it got ugly. It got weird, and I'm going to go ahead and read this to you because it's just out of control. And I've got to give me a second. Oh, here it goes. All right, so here it goes. And just in the interest of just being cool, we're just going to say this is from Rand.
Wow, that's a lot of one-sided texting.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna scroll that. Okay, ready? So now this message starts
Wow.
at 0000 hours,
Oh, boy.
literally 0009.
So there was some drunk
midnight,
texting, I
right?
guess?
9 minutes after midnight.
Oh, fuck.
Now here's the thing. That's in Portland. This hit my phone at like 0300.
Right.
Right? Okay. Here we go. Rand here. I live in south of Portland. I fucking hate Portland. Thanks to you, I've been enjoying Stro 160 tonight. Ding! When the bottle is empty, I'll hit the Listerine, Scope, or maybe Ballistol. That said, I'll be at the One Moto show. Heads up. So we'll be at the One Moto show in Portland. I'll try to find you. I'm about 47, 6'4", 265 pounds, and I have a shaved head. So keep a lookout for me, or don't be afraid if I approach you. By the way, that's a fucking good tip, by the way.
Yeah, right.
It is.
If you're
for the heads up.
If you're 6'4" and 265, yeah, okay, good looking out. I appreciate that. Through my Stro goggles, when I wrote it, it was meant to sound amiable. After rereading it, it sounded intimidating through the same goggles. But I just meant that I wanted to say hi and maybe hang out for a bit and let me buy you a drink. It's always nice when you go back and look at your
right.
text and
Yeah,
realize that your text could be
It's always
interpreted.
nice when your boyfriend lubes you up a little bit.
Your text could be interpreted in a little bit of a strange manner. So that message was sent, and I love going through the Zapruder film of this because, like, first message sent at 18 minutes after midnight his time.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Okay. Second
So-
message.
this is Rand. We're not giving his real name. Okay.
No.
I like this warrior
Right.
already.
Second message sent 2 minutes later. Check. Now apparently stumbles into a time vacuum of 2 hours and 40 minutes. Just
So how
fast
much
forwards.
bottle is gone now?
I'm pretty sure we're about to find out.
Okay.
Super side drunk topic that you don't need to share with anyone.
Sorry.
When you're super drunk and you have Disney Plus, what do you watch? There's so much good stuff.
Baby Yoda.
Mandalorian, dickhead.
Yeah, of course. All right. Okay, that
Baby
was
Yoda.
It. That was it.
Although it's not Baby Yoda.
That was at 0240 or 0540 our time. Okay. Time suck again, hour and a half later. 0420 our time. I'm sorry, 0420 his time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
0720 our time.
He's
Aw,
rocking
shit.
out until the break of dawn.
Here you come. Oh, shit. Just woke up from the last thing I said. In my heart, I think I need to Indian wrestle John McElfresh over something.
We can do that, motherfucker.
Only because he's my hero and I really just want to meet him.
Wow, is that going to be a disappointment?
3 minutes later, he must have come
I hope
clear.
olive oil's involved, too.
Yeah. Hey. That was a text. Hey.
Oh, hey.
Another text. Sorry. You shouldn't have given me your number. I get lonely when I'm drinking. Are you guys snowed in? I'm in a precarious riding situation in the southwest of Portland. To be very clear, not in the People's Republic of Portland. Only because I have a semi-professional career where I may need to appear at a meeting with clients. So he is in a semi-precarious position, clearly. I wish nobody gives a fuck about me and I'd ride every day. Gonna stop now. I feel like we're chatting.
I'm pretty sure nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody gives a fuck about anybody.
I feel like we're chatting, and that makes me happy. Ride fast and take chances. Don't feel like anybody. I don't feel like anybody understands me, but you guys. No, we are the voice of millions of people and thousands of listeners.
Yeah.
For the record, people do fucking understand you because that's the reason this group of idiots is together because we kind of decided that it was
Not
better.
a shtick. This is how we are.
It was better to get together on a Friday night and do this than to be like, I'm going to go put my dick in some strange shit.
We used to only really do the podcast during the winter months.
Right, exactly.
It's only in recent years that we've become so old and lame that we actually do them all year long
It's
now.
true. That's exactly right. Oh, he says, oh, fuck that. You know, all my young coworkers are weak. Kids these days are flaccid. I try to organize rides and get met with blank stares from video game addled and real world afraid faces.
Slow clap for you,
Fuck
motherfucker.
yes. Amen. Oh, fuck that. You know, all my young coworkers are weak. Kids these days are flaccid.
Take their
I try
women.
to organize rides and get met with blank stares from video game addled and real world afraid faces. Yes.
Still their women.
Spot on.
Oh, God. Now, I want to remind you that the next thing he wrote was at 0500.
So 8 a.m. our time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
0500.
So you're having coffee and eggs at this point.
Who knows where the fuck I am. All right, but here we go. I was going to espouse on the pussification of our youth, but I feel sobriety creeping in. So good night, my brothers, and I hope to see you soon.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Hold on, just poured another finger of Stro. Before I fall asleep on my living room floor, I just wanted to thank you for listening to my bullshit. You don't need to respond, acknowledge, or whatever.
Out
Well,
fucking standing, man.
Out fucking standing, good out. But then, because he's a fucking tiger, because he's a fucking animal, at 0526.
I was going to say 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
At 0526, this fucking human, this true fucking goddamn giant among men,
Well, we can't tell what he morphed into after a bottle of Stroh's.
I
but
think
okay.
we know.
We've seen it here.
And on behalf of that,
Uh-oh.
Oh, here it comes.
Taking it down.
Pass it around.
oh yeah. Okay. God, that stuff is good. I mean, it does taste good. It's so weird. It tastes good. Breathe,
At first,
breathe
until you have to swallow it.
No, you know what's funny? I don't know why I like that. Like
Heard a lot
I
of
like
girls
that
say
a
that.
lot.
I like it when it first hits. It's
Yeah.
the finish.
Oh, the finish is like fucking flamethrower
It's,
napalm.
it's the twitch at the end.
It is the twitch at the end. I do like that. Oh, I love that flavor. No, it's not the flavor. It's the heat. It's the warmth. I feel love in my heart for the first time in many years. But okay, so this human goddamn tiger, at 5:26 in his time, he then gives me a goddamn suggestion.
Oh,
He gives me a, hey, while you're in Portland, you should do this. And he doesn't just like yell at his phone and go, tell him to go. No, he gives me a goddamn link to a place that if you're in Portland, you should go to, by the way, called the Alibi Tiki Lounge. Ooh. And the Alibi room is badass. They stopped designing this place in about 73 and stopped cleaning the day later. It's badass. They do stripper karaoke. Portland's full of strippers, and they got to do karaoke somewhere. Might as well be the alibi. So he says, God damn it, I'm down yet. I know you like tiki lounges, and that's what I found. Thanks, Phil. John McElfresh, you better be here. John, I'll be pissed if you're not here. If the fucking Honda Whisperer isn't here, I'll feel incomplete. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's 0544 there. He's starting to get mean.
Yeah.
Yep. This guy needs bacon.
Honda.
And I really want to buy a lot of drinks. Seriously, I want to talk to Phil, John, Cinch, the cranky old sewer treatment guy that rides the scooter in all the conditions. And anyone else from Cleveland.
Give me a Steve.
I'll regret this when I'm sober, but you guys can stay at my house. My wife will be super pissed, but she doesn't pay for anything, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh, fucking Cleveland Moto from my house. I'm about an hour from the action, meaning an hour from the show, the one show, right? I know I'm drunk stupid, but seriously, call me. I would love to help you any way I can. Check. I live in Yamhill County, and it has a lot of nice roads. I'd love to take you and the crew on the ride of the tour of the area, unless you want to ride my sweet, sweet wife's 2016 Rebel with less than 100 miles on it. We need to figure out a rental situation. Now, at this point, it's 06:30 in the goddamn morning.
He's on it.
He's on it. Let me know if you'd like to rent some bikes, and I'll do what I can to help out. February is frankly a really wet month, so you'll need to bring some wet riding gear. Still going. You guys have seen me do some endurance drinking.
My birthday is February 2nd. I'm just saying.
John.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Phil, I don't have any motorcycle buddies to talk to. My wife is unsupportive but unenthusiastic. I work 50-hour weeks when I have to drive my truck to work 20 miles each way. I listen to your podcast. It's the highlight of my commute, and I look forward to it continually.
That sounds familiar.
Basically asking for an intervention. He needs this.
Wow.
6 hours later.
We've all been
God.
there, though. I've been there.
6 hours later, at the crack of brunch, he writes, sorry, tied a good one on last night and accidentally focused on you. And I wrote back, oh man, this is totally going to end up on the podcast. And he said, somebody needs to take my phone away when I've been drinking.
No, they don't. No.
My friend Rand in Portland. To that,
Cheers.
we fucking salute you. God damn it. I mean, that dude's a fucking monster, right?
Champion.
I mean, he's a fucking champion. What a fucking hero. Like, that's the guy. So, all right. So, February's your birthday, huh?
Well.
No, I feel a little Portland flu coming on.
We'll have to talk about
Okay.
this.
All right. Yeah. I got a bunch of miles.
John's just scared of the Indian wrestling.
I already rented.
No, I'm not.
John, I already rented a car and a hotel room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I've crashed your work party before.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true. I bombed into your Vegas trip.
I've just got a fresh vacation.
Yeah.
First of the year.
Yeah.
I can get time off.
All right. Well, but I was going to say it's better to be sick. It's better to be sick. All right, man. Anybody else got anything else?
Nope.
Oh, nice. Mission's going to be to get John McElfresh to Portland, for fuck's sake.
I think so.
I think you're right.
This
All
poor
right.
guy doesn't know what he's in for.
I don't care. That is one of the best goddamn messages ever. And if people want to know, like $10 a month on the hotline, and you can send me 100 text messages, just like that guy did.
It's all fair game.
It's all fair game. And again, I will read it. I'm not going to hold back. A lot of people have asked for like information about bikes and stuff like that, which I've done. I've answered it.
The only thing I'm afraid of is that there's a big bottle of fucking Stro when we get there.
Oh, it will be there. Oh, fuck yeah.
I found a place online where I can order this stuff and have it delivered within about 3 days to any location in North America. So yeah, I mean it's accessible.
So I'll be on the phone.
Johnny Mac will be texting our own hotline. The hotline has been.
Give me that bat number, Phil.
The bat number's been great. The hotline number has been a fucking hoot. I love it. I've had nothing but fun with it, and that one has just been my absolute favorite so far. Rand has just nailed it, and he's got the spirit of the whole thing.
Yep.
I've seen plenty of dick pics. No actual dicks. I mean, actual like pictures of things that are called dicks. You know,
Titty pics?
Okay, many years ago, our guys in Denver did the Mile High Mayhem Scooter Rally, which this year is being hosted by the Jedi Knights. That's our club. So, but the Mile High Mayhem was the 8th rally. It was their 8th one. It was called 8 is Enough. So it was an 8 is Enough theme. And in the rally bags, there was a really big vinyl, what do they call those? The stickers? Vinyl decal of Dick Van Patten. Yeah.
Not Dick Van Dyke.
No, Dick Van Patten.
Dick Van
The
Patten.
dad from 8 is Enough.
Right.
And so everybody got an 8-inch dick in their rally bag. So it's pretty rad. These freaking guys are on top of things over there in Denver. Never underestimate the power of Denver. They know what's going on. So there's that. Dude, I got nothing else. Ride fast and take chances, motherfuckers. Press the button.